You check 1 2. Welcome or welcome back. I am your most illustrative host, Michael DiNicola. It's another stream where I draw. I always like to start off the stream by thanking my patrons, my YouTube members, my YouTube subscribers, my Twitch subscribers, and everywhere else where you follow me on social media. Thank you for following and being as kind and as supportive as you have been since I've been doing this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I also like to start off the stream by showing you guys what I most recently worked on, and I did this. This is one of the little warm down sketches that I did over this weekend. As always, I am here for any kind of questions, any kind of art related, or I guess even non-art related points you might want to bring up. Yeah, that's it. I've got my coffee. It's about to be 12 p.m. here in New York City, the jewel of the United States of America. Hello, hello. Hello, Bard Ross. Welcome back to the art stream. How are you, my former dungeon master? Maybe it's like the like a gubernatorial elective, right? Once a governor, always a governor. So you still refer to former governors as governor. So, Governor Ross, how art thou? Hey, hello, Ark. Hello, Maddie Cakes. Maddie Cakes. Maddie Cakes. Yes, we can. No, we can't. What's up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, something's going on with it. Hold on a second.
Oh, yeah, you sound a little lower than norm. Oh, Maddie Cakes. Found a cool new game store / club in town. So I'm getting back in the
Hello?
Hey, there he is. There's my guy.
All right. Morning, sir.
Hey, hello there, co-pilot. Sometimes co-pilot.
What are you doing up this early?
I woke up. Dude, I went to bed. I crashed. I've been sleeping like ass, and then my sleep schedule just like a black. Oops. Like a black hole. My sleep schedule just kind of collapsed in on itself, and I ended up inadvertently falling asleep at like 12 a.m. And then I was basically minus getting up to pee a couple times. I was basically fast asleep for like 9 hours straight. So like I inadvertently, yeah, dude, I inadvertently fixed my sleeping schedule somehow.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it was I wasn't expecting to have a normal sleep schedule this week, but here I am. I woke up, I drove the lady to work, like made her breakfast. And I got some breakfast for myself. So I got Taco Bell breakfast for myself.
I was gonna say, where'd you get Taco Bell? Now, do you get the breakfast Crunchwrap Supreme?
I do, with bacon.
Fuck yeah,
dude. Taco Bell has like figured out a way to like Taco Bell breakfast, but where it's not gross. Like,
yeah, because you know what they do, man? They get between the hash brown and the bacon, you get crunch with it. So it's not just some soft fucking floury thing.
Dude, the hash brown really adds like a nice crunchy texture to that I didn't even realize I was missing from a breakfast burrito.
Yeah, dude, they figured it out. Like, they've got a pretty decent breakfast. I'm still mad because they haven't brought back the double chalupa.
Oh, I didn't even know
if
that.
You're not familiar with it. It basically was the Noah's Ark of chalupas.
And they just saved everything.
Yeah, no, it just looked like a fucking boat, dude. It literally was the size of a fucking banana split. It was just a giant.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's huge. It's awesome.
It's a fucking Taco Bell Nacho Bell Grande split. Hello, Mercedes. Hello, Strike Boy. Look at my YouTube pals. Hello, Angle. Is Taco Bell good? I haven't been. Yes and no. It's fast food, right? So like you have to judge it.
That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, you have to judge it. I don't believe in this like we have to judge everything in this strict. You got to judge things on a curve, man. When you go into fast food, you can't go to fast food assuming that, you're going to like some Michelin star restaurant. Not like I've ever been. But, you got to, it's like watching The Fast and the Furious, or at this point, even a Marvel film. you're kind of watching junk food you're kind of watching junk movie. You know, like I don't go to the Fast and Furious.
It's comfort food.
Yeah,
comfort
exactly. Food. I'm not watching an old school Jean-Claude. I'm not watching Time Cop thinking like, ugh, where's the fucking where's the character?
Dude, why does Universal Soldier not have a realistic plot?
Yeah, come on, man. There's so many plot holes here. You know,
there's no way he could do the splits between two semis, man. This is bullshit.
This is crazy. No, man. You know, when I'm watching the Fast and Furious, the last one that that dead guy's in.
To the moon, Diesel.
What's Johnny Walker? What's that guy's name?
Oh no, Paul Walker.
Yeah.
Some call him.
What's that guy's name?
They call him the Flaming Torch.
What's that guy's name? Jim Beam. Ooh, Redeem Modpole.
What's a mod pole?
What's a Angle? What do you want me to do? What's a mod pole?
That'd be funny as fuck if it was like kick your co-host off.
No.
I would laugh. I would probably vote for it. Just to say, let's be a wild card. Yeah. So I slept like 15 hours this entire weekend.
Ooh, wait, no, that's not good. That's the whole weekend.
Well, this was the party weekend. We all met up at the lake house.
Yes, dude. Nikki sent me a bunch of pictures from her and the ladies. She was hanging out with Liz and Belle, and that was really and I saw some Bill Nash photos. It seemed like you guys were, at least they were having fun with puzzles and whatnot.
So, I spent a lot of the time outside because I was like, I'm inside all the fucking time.
Yeah, sure.
Like it was hot, but it was like I don't like. For a good chunk amount of time, it was basically like 3 groups. It was the ones I was basically hanging out with Joe outside. There was people watching Harry Potter. I think they went through fucking 4 of them.
Oh my god!
And then there was people heavily drinking every day.
Yes, my kind of people.
Well, you see, I didn't go up there to heavily drink as much. Like, I didn't drink the first night, and I drank the second night and not the third. But yeah, there was a bit of a party crew. They were hammered every night.
Dude, I kind of love that.
Oh, it was fun. I will say, I'm gonna have to lodge a complaint with Star Command because I was not happy about the breakfast situation Saturday morning.
What was the Saturday breakfast situation?
So it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I wake up and Joe and I make buffet style. So it's like French toast, pancakes, eggs, bacon. Like you just get, the whole fucking thing, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm outside. I was going to bed at like midnight.
Whoa.
And waking up at like, a couple of nights were later, and then I'd be up at like 6 o'clock. So I would just be sitting outside vaping and just chilling.
Just
like it was
reading
nice.
the morning.
Yeah, fucking had a nice morning. Like there was literally the morning dew.
Wow, look at you.
And I was enjoying it, and so I'm sitting there, and Joe comes out, and he's like, "I guess we're not fucking making breakfast." I was like, "What?" And then he's like, "Yeah, apparently Nikki wants Bill's French toast, whatever the fuck that is." So I was
what the fuck
like,
is Bill's French toast?
So it gets better, right? So I was like, "Well, I'm annoyed," and I'm like, "Whatever, it's cool. I don't give a shit, whatever." So I go inside, and we had bought specifically the Wonder Bread, the shit. Now, let me ask you, Michael.
Yeah.
Have you ever made French toast?
It's been a while, but I remember eggs. You whip up some eggs, you make a concoction, you dip the bread on each side, and you fry it, right?
There we go. That is the key. Now, Joe and I talked about this, and we called it the dip and drop method.
Yeah.
You dip it down, make sure each side catches, and then you throw it in the fucking pan.
Yeah. As far as I remember, that's how French toast is French toast.
Yeah, right. And I walk in, and he has a one of those aluminum hotel pan tray sized things full of egg batter, and he is submerging several pieces of bread at a time, and he's literally just submerging and holding them under the water like he's drowning them. And I take one look at this, and I go outside, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, really? So as soon as I looked at it, I was like, okay, so that's going to be undercooked, because no matter what you do, you're never going to get that amount of egg out of it.
Right.
And sure enough, when it was done, I didn't eat any, but a couple of the guys brought pieces out, and it was like bone white in the center. It was undercooked, mushy. And it was at that moment where I was like, yo, why the fuck did we let the guy who doesn't know how to cook? And it was like, okay, that's cool. I also, he made chili, and I didn't even get a chance to try it. I've heard bad things. But, you know, it was one of those things where we made a bunch of like plans and had it all kind of planned out, and then like day one, the whole planning just went to shit.
Really? I mean,
yeah, it was fun. Like, don't get me wrong, we all had a lot of fun together. It was just we like for months we're like we're gonna do this, and we'll have this day will be this, and blah blah blah. And then literally day one, it was like, yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and scrap all that and fucking here's the new plan. But it was cool. I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. It was fun hanging out with everybody. We had Joe, Liz, Fabian, Julian, my wife Jen, Nikki, Bill. Bill slept in his trailer though. Or not, well, not trailer, he's got a fucking RV.
Hey guys, I just launched a poll because somebody triggered the poll, but Archangel couldn't think of one, so I made a there is a Twitch poll going on right now for the next few minutes if anybody wants to click.
How do you enter it?
I don't know. It's just at the top of the chat. You just click a button.
Oh, how do you make? Oh, right.
Yeah, you just vote.
Yes.
Yes. There you go.
Yeah.
Strike Boy, thank you for the tweet. Strike Boy sending out a tweet right now. Barbaros, is there any other way to do it that's heresy? Yeah, no, dude, listen.
Dude, I was so angry when I saw it too. I was like,
dude,
in my head, I'm like, this guy.
Did you make your own breakfast?
Fucking making it? Nah, dude. You know what happened? All right. So here's the thing. Once again, I want to preface everything. I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed everybody's company. It was a good time. Can't wait to do it next year. Want to get you in there. Want to see if we can get EB to come to the States and join.
Yeah, why not?
I think it was a blast. However, there was little things like, we were supposed to go to the beach Friday, and it just didn't end up working out for different reasons. And it ended up raining at like 4, so there was a finite amount of time they could go. And by the time, you know, because of that, Chanel was like,
hey, Daryl,
for a good half the day in her room upset, just like only coming out to get drinks.
Can I ask why she was upset? Is that
because she wanted to go to the beach.
Oh, but nobody else wanted to go?
I think Friday there were. I think like Liz would have gone. Chanel wanted to go. Jen would have gone. But also, you know, like everybody slept in every day except for like me, and Nikki was up at 6 every morning. So like you have a combination of like you have people getting up at 9 or 10, and that's really when you should probably try to hit the beach, because if you go in there at noon, you're really in the like noon 1 o'clock. That's the most strength of the sun, and most of them were pale motherfuckers.
You definitely want to go, as my dad would tell me, dude, whenever we had a beach day, my dad would be like, it'd be like dark out. And he'd be like, fucking get ready. Yeah. We're going to the fucking beach.
The same time as fucking fishing, so you don't get burned to a crisp.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to, like, my dad, you're right. By the time it was like noon, like we were already done with the beach. Like he wanted to be out. Yeah, because
he knew that's how you get cancer. Fucking staying under the sun for prolonged hours from like noon to 3.
Yeah. And also, like, by the way, that's when the beach is the most packed. Like that.
Yes, and so here's the other thing. Friday was really the only day they could go before we didn't know this, but there was a boat show Saturday and Sunday on the lake.
Okay.
So
it's the boat
now meanwhile, it was like speedboats, and I guess it was cool. I didn't go to the beach.
No, I'm not. I'm not much of a beach.
Nah, dude. Like, I was willing to go. Like, I was just gonna like sit on the beach and read. You know what I mean? Like. Yeah. I had just acquired a copy of the Warriors sequel comic.
Okay, cool.
And I've never read it, and apparently they break Ajax out of jail, so I was like, I'm gonna read that.
Warriors.
Yeah, dude, it released in like 2010, and then you can't buy it anymore. So once again, I did acquire one. And yeah, it was fun. I mean, we had to go to the store immediately when we got there to get supplies and everything. And that was kind of a fun clusterfuck because it was Joe, KG, Jen, and I.
Yeah.
Joe was already pretty drunk, and KG was very interested in getting as much booze as she possibly could.
Oh, dude, that's so awesome. KG, what's KG like in person?
KG's fun.
I believe
she's about the same she is on mic. She we've watched several movies here. Because she's been hanging out with us. She hung out with us Wednesday night when she got off the plane. She stayed here. She stayed here last night, and she's right now out downtown with Jen going to see the Monet exhibit.
Dude, wow, she's chilling with Jen?
Yeah. See, so what basically we left the dogs with my family for like 3 days.
Yeah.
So they were all fucking pent up because like with us, you know, we spoil the shit out of love and attention, blah, blah, blah. Up there, it's like, oh, you exist? So it's like, so my whole thing was like, you guys go have fun. I'll chill here with the dogs. You know, just go enjoy yourselves. So that's what they're doing right now. I think their showing is at like 3. But so they're out there just like doing touristy shit. We went to Michigan City, Indiana, Bard Ross. I did, my GPS never took me to the main part of town the same way.
And now we go this back roads way.
Yeah, we had to go to the grocery store the second day as well, because in our like cluster fuckery, we literally forgot Nikki's limes. One of the days was tacos. We forgot the fucking tortillas. Like, yeah, we fucked up. So we had to go back.
Did you order food at any point?
You're not here for the orgy?
No, it wasn't like a.
Hold on 1 second. I'm getting raided. A thick and juicy raid. Should I show him something cool that I've drawn? Here's a Batgirl I did. Hello. Hello, welcome back. Hi, I am your most illustrative host, Michael DiNicola. This is the stream where I draw comic book, manga, video game stuff, whatever. And I draw it for your pleasure or displeasure, depending on how successful or not I am during the day. And we just talk about regular old stuff. Look at all these lovely people. Hello. Howdy. We're just talking about my friend. My friend took a little vacation with a few other friends from the stream. We were just chatting about that. Here we go. Here's some more art. There's some more stuff in my social media links. Illustrative Magica. What were you working on today? Also, do you want to drop your Instagram? Ooh, I've got a racy drawing. I got a little spicy, not race, but like I got a little spicy drawing. Are you guys cool with the spicy drawing? There's a little. Everybody's covered up. Don't worry. It's something terms of service breaking. It's a little provocative though. Got a provocative. Oh, this is one of my favorite new character designs. This is just kind of I've just titled her the Mushroom Witch, and I painted and illustrated her with just autumnal colors. I only used about like 4 different colors and I cheated with halftone a little bit. I used a little halftone.
Bang, you're the best.
I feel like she should have her own song. Like, you remember back in the day where it's like, she is the Mushroom Witch, the Mushroom Witch, the mighty bitch.
Fantastic work. Thank you, Illustrative Magica. Yeah, Illustrative Magica. You could drop a link. So if you want to drop your Instagram link, I would love to check it out. Thank you for this mighty raid. What the hell? I'll show you guys another autumnal semi drawing. This is a little provocative. This is a little risque, but I think it's still.
It's no worse than you see on Twitch.
No, I think if you wore this on Twitch, I think they'd kick you off.
Maybe.
Even if you were in a pool, I think even if you were in a pool, I don't think they'd let it slide.
Bang, you're the best.
What if you were in your laundry room?
Thank you, everybody who's following. Yeah, if you're in the laundry room.
Yeah, like it's laundry day, guys.
Chat, I've got a question for you. Can you wear pasties on Twitch? Genuine question. I know you can wear bikinis on Twitch if you're in the pool.
I just have to try it.
Can a man wear pasties on Twitch?
That's a good thing. We should have Nikki do it and me, and we'll study the results.
I've got another question. Can guys be topless? I know girls, obviously, absolutely not. But can dudes be topless?
Think so. I don't think so. I think it's like no nipple at all.
No nipple for anybody.
Like a breast is a breast is a breast.
I've often wondered that. Like there's a nipple hypocrisy on social media, you know? And it's so stupid. I mean, like we all have nipples because I believe it's because of the chromosomal switch. So like everybody has an X chromosome, but then the Y chromosome is what gives you the old schlong. But like the reason we have nipples, non-functioning nipples, is because we got the X chromosome. Hence why we all have it. But then, you know, generally speaking, for the most part, half of us have the other X chromosome, and they're, you know, usually able to provide, you know, nipply goodness to the offspring. Again,
I have nipples, Mike. Can you milk me?
Can you milk me? Raise your hand if you'd like me to milk Matt.
Here we go.
It's
Let me get the station set up.
Bang,
Get the equipment out. Anyway, so this is hello. If you're still around, we haven't scared you off. This is generally what happens. I start talking about art, and then immediately, as if I was driving on the highway, do a hard fucking 90-degree peel off the exit, skidding across the off ramp to some other non-art related territory. Is anybody watching the new Sandman series? How sexy is this guy?
Time.
I won't
Have you
spoil
seen
it.
Prey?
Dude, people have been telling me to watch Prey. I thought it was
I
gonna
know.
be
I've
bad.
heard really good things.
I
have
know,
not
because
had
like
the time to
the last Predator movies was that Olivia Munn debacle.
Oh, that movie was just bad because it was like, hey, look, it's almost like when teenagers swear. That's what that movie is. It's like, hey, we're grown up. It's terrible. Is Sandman good? Is this show? Like, I've heard this show is a pretty good adaptation.
I really like it, man. Now here's I got to caveat this. I haven't read the book. I'm not a big Morpheus head, so I don't know. So like, you got to ask somebody like my friend Austin Midream LA, beautiful musician on here. He loves Dream. He loves Morpheus. So like, I would have to I'd have to like ask him what he thinks of it, because he knows. Also, Bard Ross too.
I've heard from fans. It's
Bard
fairly
Ross
normal.
too. I actually did a beautiful piece. I did a beautiful piece for Bard Ross. He commissioned me to draw Death some time ago. Let me see if I could find it for you. Oh boy. Actually, you know how you draw something and then years go by and you're like, oh my god, this stinks. But like, this is years after you thought it was great, or like at least really good, and like the time goes by and you're flipping through your old portfolio and then you see it again, you're just like, ugh, how could I have thought this was good? This is not the case with the piece I did for Bard Ross. The piece I did for Bard Ross, I sketched Death from Sandman, and I was looking at it and I'm like, this is still good. This is still all right. Now if I just gotta find it in the I'm just going through my page.
I do like your 180 there. How it's like, you know how you ever look at some art of your old art and you're just like, man, this is terrible. Not me. This is fucking great.
Don't worry, dude. Don't worry. That's a rare occurrence. More often than not, I'm like, this stinks. Who drew this? I need to talk to the manager. I need to talk to. What'd you say? Who'd you say you need to talk to? High Command. Star Command.
There is no Grand Wizard here, sir.
Yeah, I need to talk to Star Command, because this is
you
poop.
got like the logic of like. See, I think if Karens did say that in stores though, it would diffuse everything. You know what I mean? Like, if a woman was like, I can't believe that I have to speak to somebody that's not American. I want to speak to Star Command.
Oh god.
Like, how do you not laugh in their face, bro?
All right, hang on. Let me read the chat. Let me catch up with the chat. Sesame or C Came, I don't know how to say your name, friend. Gray area, I think, because body painters are allowed. That's right. I forgot about body painters. Some body painters, like people will poo on body painters. They'd be like, that's just a blah blah blah. That's just some e-thought. Dude, some body painters are. It's crazy what they're able to do. Like it is insane. Like how well they're able to do that.
I'd love to see a John Goodman style body painter.
Me too. That's a lot of canvas to work with.
Fuck yeah, you have some scenery.
I think no nipples at all. So if I want to draw a topless dude, I got to cover the nips. Dude, listen, I'm hello Jamie Odell. Hello Sesame. I'm going with Sesame because I don't think it's C Came. I don't think that's how to say the name. Hello Toxygen. Thank you for pulling up my YouTube. Nikki says fantastic. Why is Nikki not on voice chat? Second one, congratulations. You're one of the few streamers that got it right on their own. I'm home today, says Nicole. Dude, I can't find the damn death piece. I have my art. I don't know how you guys catalog your art. I just have my art broken down in a year. So like this is all the art that I did in 2021. This is the art I did in 2022 so far. This is the artwork from 2020.
You got to do the large view, man. Large icons.
I am, dude. I got the fattest desktop, but
it zoomed in 400%.
You know what? Maybe did I print it out for a convention? Because if I did that, yes, I did print it out for a convention. Perfect. No, I mean that kind of goes to show you how much I like the piece. I printed it out to sell at conventions. Here we go. Here, all right. So you guys just saw the Sandman piece. This is the Death piece. and she's kind of wearing her ankh, and there's an ankh in the background, and she's walking all over skulls, but she's doing so with a smile on her face. Apparently, from what I've been told, this is the character. Like, she is death incarnate. She's, you know, she's the anthropomorphized version of like a aspect of our existence. But apparently, you know, she looks like this like 1980s goth girl. But what's really interesting about her, her character, again, as it was told to me, and as I've seen in the show, is that she's cute and bubbly and sweet and kind. So when you meet her, when she, you know, inevitably comes for every one of us, she comes for you with her open hand and a smile on her face. It's kind of very endearing. Anyway,
so two things.
Yeah.
I really want to do everything I can to destroy your ego, but I have to say,
how dare you?
This looks like it could be the cover of an issue.
Oh, dude. Thanks,
Once
bud.
again, I want you to be as small as humanly possible.
Trust me, 90% of the day I am.
But I also heard that they did I don't know if it was an animated one or just the people voice the lines of the comic.
Yeah.
But apparently Kat Dennings does the voice of Death.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And she does a really good job in the voiced one.
Let's see, let me catch up with the chat. Matilda is talking to Nikki. Yoji says, they still messed up. I don't have problems with their race changes, but in the Sandman world, Asians, Hispanics, and other minorities don't exist. Just black and white people. Yoji is a beautiful Korean man, by the way.
Really?
Yes.
See, I gotta read the comics now. The whole thing just sounds like it's fucking weird, which is kind of appealing. I should go acquire those.
I should really date my work. That's something I always fail to do, says Magica. Did Magica drop their social media link? There it is. I just had to scroll up a little bit. Imagine typing too fast. Okay, I'm pulling it up on the old Instagram. Sarah Elizabeth. Hello, Sarah Elizabeth. Nice to meet you. Officially. I'm going to pull up your Instagram and scroll through and show everybody because it seems like the right thing to do. And it's what I want to do. Ooh. Artist, streamer, and moonchild. Illustrative Magica. Cool look. Very cool look. I'm very appreciative of the black. I too tend to wear lots and lots of black. Wow, is this traditional? Oh boy, God. Look at that. It's traditional. Do you do conventions? Hey, Horizon Zero Dawn lady. I've never played this game. Matt, have you ever played Horizon Zero Dawn?
Played the first one. It was awesome. I have not played the second one because I won't until I either acquire a PS5 or they release it on PC.
Did you know people got really upset? Not people. Crazy people on Twitter got really upset because they said that how dare the Horizon series borrow from native cultures and have like a white protagonist. That's what that's.
So the people who say that have never played the game.
Don't look at me, dude. I've never played the game either, but
I'm just because I played the first one and like knowing who the character is and what the actual story of her is and everything, and the story of the game. It's clear that those people looked at imagery and were like, "Well, this is cultural appropriation on a redhead."
Yeah, they looked at the design influences and thought, "This is
like,
not
wait,
allowed."
Wait, why are we letting redheads wear feathers? What? Yeah, no, that's all baloney.
Here, let's go. Matilda. Matilda, do you want to get in voice chat? Morg Smash, thank you for the follow. Yoji, have you watched the new Sandman series? I'm glad to have good functional Wi-Fi. Wow. All right, I'm gonna check out Illustrative Magica's work on my other browser, to which I am signed in. So I could give it some likes. I recently restarted my own Instagram page, so I don't have any followers at all. Cool. Okay, let's see. I haven't touched Sandman yet. I'm waiting to hear a consensus on it. See, Bart, I really like it.
They're good.
But Bart, I was just showing the death piece that I made for you. I would say I want to talk to you, Bart, and I want to talk to Austin, because I know of all my friends whose opinions I respect, you're the only two that I know that have like really delved into the Sandman universe as it was originally created by Sir Neil Gaiman. But I realize I'm a Neil. I've never read anything Neil Gaiman, but I've watched a lot of the stuff that he's had a hand in making. Good Omens.
Sub like next week.
Oh, thank you.
Next week. Why?
Oh, geez, a Twitch Prime sub.
$4.99 today.
Dude, you didn't have to do that. That's so sweet. Oh man, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Good Omens on Amazon is good. Right. I love David Tennant. I love what's his name? Michael Shannon. Or no, Michael Shannon's Zod, right? Is it Michael Shannon? Who's the guy that plays Zod?
Yeah, that's Michael Shannon.
All right. So who's
what
the guy
happened to that guy?
I don't know. Is it Michael? I don't know. Michael Sheenan. Thank you. Thank you, Yoji. Yoji knows. Yoji knows when I don't know. Illustrator Magica, thank you. Enjoy some of the emotes I have. They're not great. I should maybe redo some of them. Liz is here. Liz is setting her PC back up. Yeah, please feel free to hop in the voice chat. We're just talking about art. We're talking about Neil Gaiman. Hey, and has anybody in the chat read any of Neil Gaiman's stuff? American Gods. The first season of American Gods is really good. The second season is kind of not so good, and I don't even know if it got a third season.
I think it did, and then it was abruptly canceled. But I did not watch the third season.
First, it's one of those shows where it's almost like the original like Dexter, where it's like you want to watch like maybe up to 3 seasons, and then you want to bail hard. Like there's so many shows like that. Like the show iZombie.
Yeah.
I really like the show iZombie. Also a Vertigo title from DC. Vertigo, iZombie, Why the Last Man, Preacher, Sandman. These are all Vertigo titles. Kind of an offshoot of DC Comics. Anyway, I liked American Gods season 1, and that was the only book I didn't like. See, so like I'm realizing that as I'm watching Neil Gaiman's works unfold on the big screen, and I'm watching them. I'm thinking like I gotta read his books and like read his comics, because I apparently I'm really into his work.
I'm trying to figure out if it's worth $5.99 a month through Amazon. They have Comixology. It's like unlimited reads. And they have all of the Sandman.
Illustrative Magica says traditional and a couple of digital in there should be in the hashtags. Hey, Illustrative Magica, do you prefer to work digitally or traditionally? It's digital for me because I'm lazy. And I really like being able to undo my stuff. And also, when you're working digitally, how do you do it? Do you have a Cintiq or other means? I've never done convention, mainly because people scare me. There are some weirdos at conventions, but also I would say for me, although I am a like 6 foot tall dude, my weirdo interactions to like normal and to even very kind interactions, it's like an 80-20 split. However, I don't know what the experience is like for a lady at conventions, so it might be a little rougher. I'm not saying it's going to be like, you're going to get tackled at your booth or anything, but it might be, lots of dudes there. Lots of dudes at conventions that don't have the best sense of like sociability. Like they're not really socially trained creatures. They're feral, a lot of the attendees, so that leads to uncomfortable interactions, very highly uncomfortable interactions. I'm talking about like you might be somebody might ask you like an off the wall question, and then before you could even respond, like mid your response, they walk away. It's like that level of like, you're like, oh shit, is that person on the spectrum? Like, is that a neurodiverse person I just interacted with? I think it might have been. Like, it's that level of like
should I get mad or do I just need to understand?
Yeah. Honestly, I don't remember the last time I was able to eat dinner. Oh, thank you, Matilda. You know, North America isn't the only place to have once been tribal, right? You don't say. Reading chat. Man, I'm not used to the chat being so active. This is a nice change of pace. I only read a little bit here and there, says Yoji, mostly because he doesn't care about art, so the quality of art isn't his main focus in his books. Vertigo was killed because the creators own the IP. Oh, well, that stinks. Yeah, no, God forbid DC do that. Let's not get into the Alan Moore debacle. The only thing I'd say, take your time with Sandman. Usually I'm all for binge reading, but that one kind of needs separation between the stories. Magica says, for me, I prefer traditional, but I'm enjoying digital. I'm still relatively new to it, and I use an iPad Pro Procreate. Well done, Sarah. I did digital illustration for years on a Wacom Cintiq, on a Huion. Oh yeah, Liz, I saw photos of you at the getaway, at the vacation getaway that you all hung out at this weekend, and Liz is like pink, dude. She's like red like a beet, dude. I don't know, like, did you guys just like leave her out in the sun to fend for herself? Oh, Magica. I did digital illustration for years, and then after talking to all my artist friends, they were all like, I saw like, it was so comical over like a few month time frame. Every single like comic, manga artist, anime artist, animation artist, concept artist, like it was almost like this collective wave of every professional in like all the various different industries that I followed on social media. I just saw them with their new iPad Pros using Procreate. Like you would have thought this was like some conspiracy, dude. You would have went full Alex Jones. You would have thought like, oh, the lizard people are getting people iPads. You know, like it was that level of like, where is this coming from? It's like, is somebody just in California in these art studios just passing out iPad Pros to any artist that comes by? Like it was that level of like insanity. So I, much like in my youth, succumbed to peer pressure, and I thought, but instead of smoking cigarettes this time, it was buying an iPad Pro and starting using Procreate. And dude, the iPad Pro Procreate combo is, to date, in my experience, the best possible iteration of digital art. It narrows. For anybody who's done both digital and traditional, you know that there is a divide. There is a chasm between the two. There is a large chasm. The iPad Pro and Procreate, for me at least, they like have that chasm. It's like building a bridge halfway between traditional and digital. It is one of the most like, and I didn't truly understand that. I sound like I'm brainwashed too. I've been brainwashed by the Rip Out people. I didn't think I'd be saying that, because I'm like, hey, listen, I worked on Wacom. First I worked on a Wacom tablet without a screen, and then I got the Cintiq with the screen, and then I got the Huion with the screen, and I'm like, it's all kind of the same schmame, blah blah, no big deal. Until I got my hands on the Procreate and the iPad, and it was like, dude, it felt, and you got that once you get like the paper texture on that too, between the paper texture, and you could actually get your stylus, your eye pencil, you can get this like with little grips and stuff to make it like that much more feel like it's more akin to making traditional lines. It's wild. It is absolutely wild. Yeah, there's no going back. Like I can't go back to, there's a couple times I've had to make digital edits on my Huion, which is like right here. I'll show you guys. It's right here. I didn't get rid of it. It's pretty big. Like it's like a good 20-inch screen, but like I don't want to use this now. Like no, get out of here, you piece of junk. No, I mean, like, listen, worst comes to worst. If this thing breaks, I'm gonna go back to using it, obviously. But man, really great. Magica says, I know, right? It's crazy. I do love the iPad Pro. It's portable too, so I can take it around like a sketchbook or work on a project while I'm traveling. Yes, and it saves. It's really great. And you can take pictures with it. And if you have photos, you could drag photos. You could, I don't know if you guys knew this, but you could actually drag photos into the palette. So where are you? So if you have the palettes open, I think if you're browsing a website, you can literally drag and drop a photo. You could drag and drop a photo into this palette area, and it will auto. Here, look. Actually, I have it right here. If you look on the screen, on the upper right, the title of this swatches is palette from image. Is because I found a cool image, and I'm like, I want to use this swatch pattern, this swatch palette, to color with. He used to badmouth anything not Photoshop. I did badmouth anything not Photoshop. But now I know I'm a Procreate boy now. Get me my Procreate Letterman jacket.
Ooh, that was douchey.
How dare you? Yeah. So yes, if you guys have any art questions, hey, Magica, what's your favorite thing to draw? And this is my most recent drawing. I sketched this last night, and I'm sketching some booty right now as we speak. All right, dude. Yes, the Sandman series is so good. I binged it. Like I started on Saturday or Friday, and it's already done. Like I've watched all of it. I love the soundtrack too. I don't know about you, but I'm a big I love listening to the scores while I work. I love instrumental scores. So like I'll listen to Hans Zimmer or John Williams or God, what's the guy that did the Game of Thrones and Ramin Djawadi. Yeah, he also did the Westworld score. John, have you read the Neil Gaiman? Have you read the series? Have you read the comics? Yeah, I will say this: unlike the other Neil Gaiman shows that I've watched and enjoyed thoroughly, the Good Omens and American Gods, this is the only one thus far where I'm almost certain I'm going to get the books to read because they're just such an incredible story. That's a difficult question. I love drawing my ladies, which there is a lot of, but designing monsters and dragons too. I will say, I am not proficient in monster drawing at all. Let me see if I have any monsters in my monsters. It's like 90% all women that I draw. Hey, look, it's that very attractive dominatrix lady from My Hero Academia. Midnight with a Minetta iPhone case. Vampires there have been a lot as well. My wife owned all the trades, so I read them when we were still dating. Ooh, omnibus or just the trades? That's got to be a lot of trades. My default when I'm drawing is women. Like by far and away if I'm drawing a default character, it's a woman. That's just my preferred my preferred way. Hello, Elizabeth.
Hello.
You're all burned up, I hear.
I am.
Whose fault is that?
Me.
I don't believe you.
No, it's literally my own fault.
It's Nikki's fault, isn't it?
No, I dragged the cooler to the lake, and it was very, very hot. And we set up, and I saw how refreshing the lake looked, and I didn't stop to think, and I just jumped right in, and didn't put on sunscreen.
Hachi machi.
Yeah, so I'm a toasty tomato.
How bad does it hurt? 1 to 10.
It's not horrible if I don't have clothes on it. It's fine.
Are you peeling yet?
No. I don't know if I will. We'll see. I've been really aloeing and lotioning, so we'll see.
You're 1000% going to start peeling, dog.
Yeah, I probably.
You wanna take a bet? Peel versus no peel?
Oh dear Lord. I don't know if I want to bet on that.
Where'd Matt go? Matt.
Matthew.
I'm here. I didn't want to interrupt.
Do people call him Matthew in person?
No.
I was calling everybody all sorts of weird variations of names all weekend, so.
You coined the term Matty Cakes?
Matty Cakes. I did not say Matty Cakes, I don't think.
I did not. I don't think I got that one this weekend.
Are you sure? Nikki didn't call you Matty Cakes at all?
He probably did.
Nikki, did you call him Matty Cakes?
Nikki started referring to herself as Matty Cakes. She said, "I'm the." Oh, dude, I heard Bill Nash's French toast was balls.
I thought it was delicious.
That's not what I heard. Everybody was text messaging me said it was ass. Nikki was like, "I can't believe I put this in my mouth." She's like, "I haven't put something this disgusting in my mouth since."
Buttercream pie was delightful. I put Bill's cream pie all up in my mouth.
Well, there it is.
And it was really sweet. I had it in my mouth as well.
It was very sweet. I couldn't have too much of it. Couldn't take too much, but you know, it was yummy in my mouth.
Yoji says John dates people to read their comics. Maybe that is why.
Give me your comic collection.
I never had any cream pie in my face, but I'd imagine it wouldn't taste sweet.
This one was very sweet. Diabetic sweet.
Those freaking sausages on the first day, though, were incredible.
You know what, dude? I hate sausage. You know, I'm just gonna.
We had bacon brats in hot Italian
So
sauce.
good. The ones with the cheese.
Yeah.
Mm.
Anything with cheese in it's awesome.
I guess bacon I could get down for.
They are delicious.
What was your favorite meal of the weekend, Matt?
Probably that meal. Because then we went to, for lunch on Saturday, Jen, Fabian, Julie, and I went to that Shoop's place.
Shoop's?
And yeah, it's a burger joint, right? And they make good food, but the particular one in Michigan City, Indiana, was like walking into it's that part of that horror movie right before you enter like the you can't go back zone.
Oh boy.
Where like everything just felt off. People were acting weird, like.
Dude, you just walked into a Jordan Peele film.
Basically, dude, we walk in and we're like, we'd like to go, we'd like to do a takeout order, please. And basically, they were like, takeout. Meanwhile, they're standing under a giant carryout sign.
It's
and it's like nobody there does it. Joe's subs were good; they were delish.
Nikki's tacos were good.
This does sound like it sounds exactly like a Jordan Peele movie. So when Matt walked into Stoopy's or whatever the fuck it's called, he walks in, he starts getting mean mugged by the hillbillies, and then he just says, "Thank God I'm white, otherwise I'd be in real trouble." And then everybody laughs, and then they give him his food, and then a black person walks in, and the music cuts out.
No, they actually had some black folk working there.
Lies, they were reptilian.
Dude, we had Illinois license plates. We were fucking anybody who had like Illinois was outsiders. They spit on our food.
How many times did you guys get takeout while you were there?
Just that once.
Yeah, it was mostly cooking for the weekend.
Yeah, it was more or less like we're hungry, let's just grab a burger. I think next year we're actually gonna have to plan full like real meals and not just like we'll do chili. Like we'll figure out like full family meal style.
Not just takeout.
KG next year really wants to make her pierogies. So.
Oops, sorry, my dog's barking. Tux.
I wouldn't mind. Hey Matilda, when was the last time you ate takeout?
Takeout.
Oh, you're super low. Could you up your mic volume?
Give me a sec. I'll fix it.
She sounds like a teenager, man.
Yeah, I can barely hear you, Tux. Let me turn you up too. Oh, I can't do that on mine. Never mind.
All right, so besides the cream pie, what else? Any other desserts made?
I brought stuff for s'mores, but we ended up not doing a fire.
Yeah, I wish we did hang out like outside more, but it was like
it was just so
85
humid.
and 70% humidity the whole weekend.
Interesting. Fried chicken. A little salty because of my cocktails, but I'm glad the meat was... Wait, what happened to Nikki's cocktails, guys?
They were very strong.
Oh yeah, she was a little
We had
toasted
a
when
wild
she
night.
seasoned.
Did Nikki flash out her...
Still good.
Did she flash her beaver at any point in the night? Like, look at this. Hey, look at this clitoris ring. Bet you guys didn't know I had one of these. Did she say that?
Everyone kept the secret of Kate showing up very, very
Dude,
well.
even I knew that, dog.
Because I kept like saying, "Oh my god, I miss her so much," like for the first 2 days of the trip, and then all of a sudden she was there, and I was like, "Oh my god, my dreams have come true."
Did you get to see her naked again? Or was that kind of
No,
a... Oh, no, wait, no. She saw you naked. I'm sorry. I can't keep track. It's, you know... It's
Wait, who saw who naked? and
Liz
why is
showed
my-
Kate her vagina one time.
oh my god, that is not at all what happened.
Listen, that's how Matt
Tell
told
me
me
what
it
happened.
happened.
Tell me what
That's the
happened.
short and skinny bird.
I was finding another dress to wear on my wedding day for the party in the evening, and she helped me find a dress. And so I changed. We so happened to be in the same room.
So Michael's not technically lying.
No. I thought it was
Starting
I
that
thought it was a
Not exactly.
I thought it was a fatal attraction scenario. Mike,
She did spritz my my sunburn though. Oh, bless her heart.
Oh, thank
don't
you,
think-
John.
I don't think I've
Um,
ever had that with a friend where it's like, yeah, no, he just spritzed my sunburn. For
nobody's
me.
ever spritzed my anything.
I've never had a buddy spritz me.
I've never been spritzed, and I've never spritzed another man. I mean, I
I feel
suppose if I
left
was
out.
asked.
Would
Is
you?
the
I mean,
sound better?
spritzing is easy.
Yes.
Oh, okay, great. Because I reset up my PC because I've not been home in my apartment for like a month, so I had to set everything back up, which is why some things might not work exactly as they should.
John is Toxic John is very aroused to hear your voice again.
I think that's the wrong.
He doesn't
Choice
hear a lot of
words.
white women where he's from. So when he does, it's a real treat to hear one of your kind. Same goes for you,
One
Elizabeth.
of your kind.
One of your kind, you know, the
Yeah.
elfish white kind,
Yeah,
the immortals.
You
that
mean
no
a
one sees.
European? Is that
yeah.
it?
John.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I saw John. He whispered round eye the first time Liz got in voice chat today.
Christ.
Round eye. That's right, John. He's in for a real treat, dude. He only had a semi when Liz was talking, but now that Matilda's here,
Oh, stop.
fully bricked up.
Okay, so back to more interesting matters. You
How
asked
dare
me when last time I had takeaway was, and I think actually it has been a little while. A bit. I think it's been a month and a half, maybe, if not longer, because I've been on holiday, and we went to restaurants and cafes rather than buy takeaway
Ooh.
when we were. Yes. So, and I went to a holiday home with my boyfriend's family this week we just had, and they cooked food.
Did you go someplace
every
cool, or
single
did you
day.
just stay in Denmark?
For the holiday home, just here in Denmark. But with my
Boo.
family, but with my family, we went to France. We were meant to go to
Nice.
Japan and South Korea, but Japan still had ridiculous rules for tourists.
Dude, you know
and
who's in Japan
apparently-
right now?
Wait, who?
Volpsy, our stream art internet friend, Volpsy, is living in Japan right now.
Oh, is she living in Japan?
I
She's
believe. I don't know.
visiting,
I don't think
okay.
she's just visiting. I think she's like staying there for a while. If I remember,
Okay.
if I know what I'm saying, which is a 50-50. I
Alright,
could have sworn that's what she said.
Because for the longest time, Japan has been closed for tourists, and didn't let anyone travel into the country.
You notice she's
and
Japanese, so
they
maybe
opened
she's
up-
not technically a tourist.
That might be because they let their own. They let
Yeah.
the Japanese people to travel out and back in. This is
Yeah.
all because of COVID, by the way. But they don't let anyone else in. And recently, I think 2 months ago or so, they opened up for tourists, but only in groups that are paid through special tourist group things. And you cannot do whatever you want when you go to Japan either. You have to follow like a tour guide. stuff.
Whoa.
Yeah, which is crazy. I think the numbers
Rubens.
for tourists in Japan this summer was 200 and something.
Good. Let's keep it that
That's
way.
Incredibly low numbers.
Yoji says she moved there. Also, if she's on the family registry, she's not a tourist, even if you're born outside the country. My friend, I've mentioned this before. My friend Dave Rivera, he knocked up a Japanese broad. They had a baby. The Japanese government paid him $4K. The baby is being taught Japanese by her mother, but they're living here in New York City. But they brought her to Japan to get her like paperwork and all that sorted out. So she's a Japanese citizen, so she might come and go as she pleases, which is pretty neat. Hey, Yoji, is it true that the CCP has been antagonizing the Japanese ever since the Taiwanese incident, where our hero and champion Pelosi really stuck it to Xi Jinping?
Jesus.
Dude, I gotta say, man, I don't know what her motives for doing that were, but I like it. I like it.
Well, you like that doddering alcoholic trying to start a war?
Yeah.
Trying to get Taiwanese people murdered?
Dude, I dig that she's like, yeah, World War III, let's do it. Let's do it.
I don't.
I
think
like
World War III.
I like it. Who's in?
No.
Here, she's a Chad. She's a primo
No,
Chad.
She's a drunk.
Dude, she's
peace.
Miss America.
I prefer peace.
No, she's a drunk.
No.
Well, maybe
Listen.
Miss America might.
She might be a drunk. But she's our drunk.
Hey.
Oh, not mine. No, I'm not.
Oh.
Hi, Nikki.
You can support her all you'd like. I think she's a doddering old fool.
What's up? I'm on lunch, so I'm.
She's the
hopping in for a
American
bit.
champ. Here, let's go.
I miss you.
Here, I'm gonna
Shut
write.
up. I missed you more.
Oh,
She didn't.
I'm so sad you've met each other, and I'm just over here like living in the
I'm
mud.
so sad you've met each other. I'm sorry.
No.
Liz and I
I'm
will-
sad that I didn't meet you. That's the
We'll
thing.
fly out to see you.
I'm very, very happy for you
Here,
guys. I looked at all your pictures, and I've been very jealous.
I
but
just
I've
made
also
a Nancy Pelosi poll in the chat for anybody who wants to vote on the Nancy Pelosi poll in the chat.
I'm gonna refuse to vote because your results are rigged, just like the American fucking politicians. There you go, Mike.
CCP has been antagonizing everyone. They shot a missile over Taiwan. Jesus. If she wanted World War III, she could have called Taiwan a country. That's so funny, dude. That's one of the funniest things. That's one of the funniest things ever, man. People have been calling
It's
it
now
like
known as the John Cena Accord.
it's the Emperor wears no clothes. It's it's Taiwan's a country, but you can't call it a country because God forbid you do. Nonsense. Wait, John says, I feel like I hear too many white women. I only got a semi cause of the flaking skin, says John. John wants to come over and eat your flaking skin like it's fried chicken.
That's disgusting.
Remember
I just
Austin Powers
ate.
3?
I just had dinner.
Ew, Matt.
I mean, he's literally eats his own flaking skin. It's just, it's all I thought of immediately. I was like, yeah.
Who does that? Fat bastard?
No, it's Goldmember.
Goldmember. Sorry. I'm mixing up my Austin Powers movies. Wasn't that dude supposed to be? Where was he supposed to be from?
I mean,
Goldmember.
they're all Dutch. He
Hilarious.
was Dutch. I mean, they're all Mike Myers though, so he's just
Yeah.
culturally appropriating everybody.
Culturally appropriate. Well, listen, the Dutch deserve it.
Them and their wooden shoes.
God. Did they invent the wooden shoe?
Aren't they like Dutch clogs? Isn't that the whole thing?
I thought it was just that whole region did it.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know.
thought it was the
Matilda, you
Dutch.
know better than I fucking would. European.
Dutch plugs. Is
Yeah,
that
like
what you're asking about?
did
Yeah.
the Dutch invent clogs?
I'm gonna
These
Google
topics.
that. I'm going to Google
Yeah,
it and I'll
Jesus.
figure it out.
Jeez.
I like how we because she's European, it's like, well, you know everything about European
Yeah.
business. Who invented the clog?
Yeah. Break it down for us.
Although
You-
she should be able to ask us who invented peanut butter and get an answer.
The clocks date back to the early 13th century in the Netherlands.
Okay. So yeah, they did do it, those little animals. But Yoji brings up a good point, which you always talk about. The Dutch were the Steve Jobs of slavery.
We're gonna make it more efficient. and
That's
better.
literally what they did. Because, like, listen, humans have been enslaving humans since the dawn of humanity. But the Dutch were like, guys, fuck this, dude. We got the power pyramid here. But you have this, spices, trade people, come back up here.
You get 3 of your friends to sell some, and you get their commission. It's just a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, no, I mean, they literally like, they're like, we could fucking, we've got a way to make it better. Slavery still exists all over the world, says Yoji.
Yep.
White slavery is Yoji's favorite.
Oh dear.
Yoji says it's about time. Dude, I've
Some
actually
more of that.
Dude, I heard this one slavery story where this white gal in the 80s, man, they basically just stole her off a cruise ship. She was hanging out. She was hanging out one night, and the last people to see her were a bunch of employees that like the cruise liner had hired just for like few days on the trip, like back and forth somewhere in the middle of nowhere. And then sure enough, her family like couldn't find her one night, and they're like, we saw her hanging out with some employees down in like the fucking lower areas of the ship. We saw, and they're like, what the fuck was she doing down there? And that was the last time anybody saw her. And then her family was like pleading with the captain not to dock the boat so they could find her. But the captain's like, fuck you. And they docked anyway.
Wow.
And of course, the people who most likely had kidnapped her were gone. And yeah, she was never heard of again. They had the most anybody had seen of her was in the 90s. There were some like escort sites in again like some third world country. I forget where it was. Maybe it was somewhere in the Pacific. I don't remember. But like they found like these escort sites, and they found a woman that looked like a really like drugged out, strung out version of the gal that went missing all those years ago on the cruise ship. And I think her family members like, this is almost certainly her. And yeah, that was
So
it.
sad.
But that was lit. Nobody had ever seen her after that photo. That was a wrap. That was Thailand. I heard that story. Yeah. So they
didn't find her again?
No. So like she was like the site was taken down. They went to investigate, but like nobody knew. So yeah. So there you go. So that's a nightmare. Never go on a cruise ship. You will most likely be kidnapped and sold into slavery if you're a woman.
Great.
Yeah, there you go.
Even the Disney cruises?
The ghost of Walt Disney himself will push you onto a kidnapper's boat.
Oh my.
They
I
probably
am
don't
the captain now.
discriminate between cruises.
Not to mention the legalized abuse of foreign domestic works brought from other countries. Hong Kong, Singapore, and the Middle East are notorious for it. Thailand is corrupt AF. Middle Eastern countries and some Eastern European countries do that. Ooh-wee. This is John's, dude, talking about enslaving white women. This is one of John's favorite discussion topics. He says this discussion is riveting. Yeah, he loves it.
That's when we were talking about clogs.
Don't know how that happened.
Tildy's like, you'll never catch me, white slavers, not while I'm in my clogs. And then she switches her
White
clogs
slavers?
she switches her clogs into sport mode. She puts a little strap on, then she just clogs. She just clogs off into the night. Just taking up to the rooftops, parkour style. John says, all right, hey, take it easy. John's making YouTube videos, you guys. Have anybody watched any of John's videos?
I have.
You have?
Yes.
Which ones did you watch?
Johnny. The first one.
Interesting. That's very sweet of you, because he's mostly talking about art stuff.
I mean, I support my art friends.
Look at that, John. Nikki's so nice that you're talking about a topic she could give two shits about, but she listens anyway.
It's not that I don't give a shit about it. I can't seem to wrap my mind on how to get great. Be good, get good. And I'm like, I'll just like it.
Well, dude, John's skipping the beginners stuff, because like Mikey Mega Mega and like a bunch of other like art tutorial dudes and dudettes, they'll dive into like and here's how you draw eyes, right? Or like here's how you should draw, whatever body part. Very like early, hey, I'm just learning how to draw, I haven't found my style yet. John is skipping that whole group of newbies. John's specifically targeting artists who already kind of know like artists who already kind of like, I would say like around where I am at, or maybe a little bit, maybe a person who's a couple of years behind where I am, who knows how to draw, has a certain style even perhaps, but could use a little bit more refinement of those skills. It's like the stuff that you know, like what do you stop when you stop worrying about like, how do I get the anatomy right? How do I get the pose right? How do I change the camera angle? Like once you've gotten past those very first building blocks, that next step where you're like, well shit, well now that I know how to draw anatomy like that, like what's next? John Moore's YouTube channel is what he's, well at least that's what I got from it. Unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, John's gatekeeping art on his channel.
Yoji.
Yoshi.
Wait, so Nikki, what was it like meeting everybody for the first time?
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, like, you talk to these people for, like, what, 5 years? And then you finally get to see them. It's like, you're closer than just Discord, you know?
Who did you hug Matt when you saw him?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I did?
I don't
Okay,
know.
I don't remember. Well, because I've met Matt before, you know what I mean? Like, I already met him before.
Yeah, I was
for his
inconsequential.
birthday.
Did you hug Elizabeth when you saw her?
Yes, I hugged Liz, Bill, Kate.
Ooh, you laid hands on old Katie face.
Yup. Some good times.
Did you smell anyone?
Did I smell anyone?
Yeah.
Like purposely, or
like,
just
did-
because of like
Did you
around the
smell
house?
Kate when you gave her a hug?
Oh, I didn't smell.
You know, like a Joe Biden sniff.
Yeah, just a quick sniff.
Nope.
Yeah, you didn't give her the old Uncle Joe?
Nope.
Unfortunate.
I wasn't the entire time.
Nikki
I
was
did get high though, but
Nikki was sloshed the whole time.
I was trying to do a puzzle with Liz and everybody when I ate that
God,
apple,
that was
and
hysterical.
that shit fucked me up. I was like, these
Oh.
pieces are wild. I texted Mike that too, and I was like, I can't do this. I sent him
Dude,
the links of the puzzle, and I
you
was
sent
like,
me the fucking puzzle that they were doing. I feel like I wouldn't be able to do that completely sober. That thing was crazy.
it was crazy, and I was sitting there, and I started to rock a little bit because I'm like, wow, people are doing so much more than I am, and these colors are so vibrant.
Nikki's
and I
rocking
just
like
don't
a
know what's going on.
neurodiverse. Oh boy.
Yeah, but it was fun though. I know to
Sounds-
take half a gummy next time.
Hey, look who it is, dude. It's Rudy. Dude, Rudy, I thought you were partying with KG. At any point, did KG's titty fall out just haphazard because they're so big during the party at any point?
Huh.
I adore KG.
Yeah, what's she like in person?
She's an absolute sweetheart.
Aw.
Does she stick to the baby voice in real life?
She has a very, very sweet voice. Yes, I would
Yeah.
say it's. I wouldn't say it's
Yeah, that-
babyish, but I would say it's
No,
very,
her
very
voice
cute.
is her voice. Yeah.
KG's voice is so baby, it makes you want to ask if you could speak to an adult, if there's an adult
Oh my
around.
fucking god!
Wow.
Stop.
Rude.
It's true. Rudy knows it. Rudy knows what's up. John says, dude, I'd hug everyone. Man, I'm so jealous.
Me too.
John Moore's punching the holes in the drywall right now. Who would
John Kyle Amore.
Kyle?
Who would John hug? Who would John hug the most, you think?
I don't know.
Only Jen would know.
Who would John hug the most? Who's the most whitest person there, Nikki?
Probably Kate. She's
Kate.
got very, very fair skin.
Yeah, Kate is yeah, no. Yeah, you're right. With the blonde hair and the light eyes, she looks like
She's gorgeous.
yeah, she looks like she would have made the cut if Germany took over in World War II. She would have got the
Wow.
pass. She would have got the thumbs up.
Wow.
Like,
I have 15 minutes
Yeah.
left of this lunch of mine. Oh.
Or your own lunch break?
Auto mod.
Auto mod.
Martin Cola.
That was weird.
Dave,
Okay.
Dave Tran. Dave Tran cackling over here. God. Now, Dave Tran, traitor to his race, actually married and impregnated a white woman, of all things. Can you guys believe this, dude?
Wow.
But don't worry, he picked her up in Vietnam, so it was kosher. It was that lady from the cruise ship.
Jesus. You found her on a website? Is that what you're saying? That's not nice.
He found her at whiteyforvietnamese.org. That's where he picked her up.
Whitey?
And now he's happier than ever.
Is that what he said?
Where
though?
the white
Let me
women
Yep.
at?
No,
Whitey, okay.
Whitey.
John Moore. No, I'm sorry, not John Moore. 1D Trans says, "You pulled me out of my hole." That's exactly what his wife said.
Oof.
He said, "It puts the lotion in the basket."
Wait, hold on, Mike. Can you back up on that one? You said that's what his wife said. You pulled me out of my hole.
Yeah, that's the joke.
How?
It's a.
How the fuck? All right.
I'm thinking Buffalo Bill, Matilda.
Oh.
Matt got it. Listen, Matt got it, and that's all that matters.
Yes.
Yes. Hi all. Look at everybody's hanging out here. Look, it's a whole ass party in here. John
Hi,
Moore
teacher.
says she was being kept well. Hey Dave Tran, were you shocked to see little Lady D's pubes on her Instagram the other day? We have a friend, I guess, little Lady D. She's like Skullbash's friend, and like she makes art. She makes art and she follows
Cute.
artists, and she also does provocative photos for OnlyFans. And she was wearing some like mesh lingerie, where like things were like 90% covered, but like when you took a closer look, she was 100% flashing everybody her pubes underneath her lace undies on Instagram. And I thought, wow, that's a bold move.
I
mean,
don't
as long
think
as
I
it-
know who it is, actually.
As long as she didn't get hit with like terms of service, I guess she's fine, right?
Right? John Moore is flashing his pubes right now in his lace undies while he draws.
Prove it.
Yeah, John.
Instagram that bitch.
Yeah, send us your fucking stories. Nikki, do you talk to these gals on Snapchat?
I was literally opening my snap to send Nikki a snap.
Liz and I are like best friends on Snap. We got the little fire. I have the little fire emoji at least.
Aw.
I don't know.
Wow.
It's a pretty. I'm sad.
Liz, has Nikki ever sent you a message that read, "Liz, your pussy's on fire"?
Oh wow. Not yet.
Not yet. I'm
I
surprised.
did with my eyes.
Dave says, "Don't
There you
let
go,
John
Nikki.
slide into your DMs. You can't get rid of him." Yeah, having John Moore in your DMs is like having roaches.
Dave, I miss you, buddy. I hope you're doing well.
Dave, did you know John Moore is making YouTube videos? Dave doesn't give a shit. Oh, Dave, dude, how's your Dave, how's your like printing and book stuff? Like, Dave is like doing like a 200-page sketchbook with all his art in it, and like some company picked him up, and like they're like Dave's like a sponsored artist, or he's doing something, man. I'm seeing his stories, but I don't really like. Dave posts his stories, and I'm like, oh, this sounds really cool. I don't know what the fuck he's doing though, and I care, but I don't care enough to like want to get into a whole conversation about it. I want to be supportive, but I don't really, Dave. I don't really know what the fuck is going on. If you could break that down for me, I'm curious.
Oh, I finally found the person and the image you were talking about with the pubes.
With the pubes? Oh,
Yes.
I posted in
Found
the meme channel. How'd you find it?
Well, I went on Skullbash Instagram, and then I went into followers.
Oh,
and then
boy.
I was on
Jeez,
the
You're a
old-fashioned
detective.
way.
an animal.
Was it worth it?
Actually, yes, she is very
Excellent.
pretty.
Excellent.
And I like the lingerie set.
Somebody buy that for Matilda so she can show her pubes to her friends on Snapchat.
I can send you my address and DMs. Just
You know what? Somebody posted that, but by somebody I mean me. Posted oh, nope. Those are somebody else's tits. That's somebody else's vagina.
Somebody else's vagina.
Yeah. No, I'm scrolling through I'm scrolling through the memes and adult themes channel. There's a healthy amount of female genitals in this channel.
Wowee.
very nice.
This lady's got a fake butt. Okay, wait. Let's see. Shut up, John, says Dave Trent. No, Dave Trent, dude, I was serious, man. Dude, tell me what's going on with that like project you're working on or that company you're working with. I'm legit confused. Oh my god, dude. Someone dropped Amaranth putting her mouth on a fake schlong. For those of you who don't know, Amaranth does adult content, but she doesn't do it like she doesn't do normal boy girl content. She has a dude who might be her husband wear a fake schlong underneath his jeans. So when he unzip his jeans and he pulls out a dong. It's a fake, it's a rubber member. And then that's what she does the stuff to. It's the weirdest thing, dude. It's like she's banging a doll.
That is a little odd. It does ruin a little bit of the romance when
All right, I gotta head out, you guys.
Oh,
I love you very
see
much.
you.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for hanging
Love
out,
you.
Liz.
Absolutely. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. There goes Liz. Dang, you are all up and running early on a Monday. People are paying $1.5 million a month for that. That's right, dude. Yeah, no, make all the jokes you want. Cause she's laughing all the way to the bank, dude. Yeah, she dropped her. Why did she, Yoji? The other day she dropped her finances. Why did she do that? Why did she drop her OnlyFans statements? Because they were, 1.5 mil, and I think like a bunch of other Twitch streamers and and by the way, that's just, I believe it was just the only friends, content that was dropped, not including like, she has multiple other revenue streams. Like it's not just that one. Oh, here, Matilda. Here, I'm dropping that. If anybody wants to see this lady's pubes, I'm dropping them in the memes channel. She's probably just flexing.
What do you mean just flexing?
Flexing.
Oh, you mean the Amaranth? Okay. I thought you were talking
her.
about the images you just sent. Right.
Yeah, no, well, no, that lady's. I don't think she's flexing anything. I mean, she might be doing it. Well, a couple of these images, it looks like she might be doing her Kegels, but I don't know for certain. Nikki, were you doing your Kegels during the vacation getaway?
Yep.
I knew it. During the puzzle.
Man. What?
During the puzzle.
During the keeping myself grounded.
Matt was also doing his Kegels during the puzzle too.
I was doing the puzzle with my Kegels.
That's curious.
I'll send you a diagram.
Oh, thank you.
Rogers says, Mike, you're killing it with all your pieces. Thanks, buddy. Much thanks. Much appreciated. Alright, let's see. I hear Jen is doing well on OnlyFriends. I guess I don't know. I'm assuming. But like
No. Oh.
yeah, Janelle.
I got so confused for a moment because my boyfriend's
Matt's
named
Jen?
Jan, and
Oh,
I was
I
like,
heard
"Wait, you're talking about my?"
Jen.
Right.
I was
Got it.
like, what? Okay.
Here, let's see. Dave Tran. Speaking of Kegels, that was the funniest line from the Bob's Burger movie. I didn't watch the movie yet. I do want to watch it though. I've seen every episode of Bob's Burgers, and I love H. John Benjamin. That guy cracks me up. Did you guys, Matt? Do you watch Bob's Burgers or Archer?
I watched all of Archer. Bob's Burgers we watched for a while but fell off. I have not seen the movie yet. My wife really wants to watch it though.
Dude, H. John Benjamin is fucking hysterical.
Oh shit, he goes back too. He's been doing great shit for a long time.
Dude, he I mean, because I think he was part of that like improv gang. Like I think he's from Canada, but I think he was doing the what's that famous improv group in Chi-Town?
Oh, the Second City?
Second City, dude. I'm almost certain he was part of the Second City group, one of those groups.
The Groundlings are another one.
Yeah. Yeah, so H. John Benjamin, he doesn't know how to play piano. But he paid a full band, a full professional jazz band. He hired them. He hired these musicians to make a jazz album. And that's what he would play piano really, really poorly while these musicians actually played. So like when it was his turn, he would just be pounding on the keyboard. Like he would just be pounding on the keys, making 0 sense. Let me see if I could send it to you guys so you could listen.
My lunch is about to be up, my dears.
You're going to lunch?
No, I'm on lunch talking to you guys. I gotta get off.
Oh.
Yeah, buddy.
Sad.
Very
Well, it was
sad.
lovely saying hello for a bit.
Yeah, it was.
It was
Thanks.
nice. I miss talking.
I also miss
miss
talking to
hearing you.
Nicole Gonzalez. I'm glad you guys had fun.
Yeah, it was a blast. Next one though is gonna be like you walk outside and there's gonna be the water. Cause at least I wouldn't mind hanging out outside because there's gonna be water there. You know what I mean?
Oh, wait. See, that's so funny, dude. I thought you guys were staying like on the lake.
No,
I thought it was a cabin on the
we
lake.
no,
We
went
needed
to-
space for Bill's bus.
Dude, Bill's bus is
Oh.
fucking huge. I was
Yeah.
not expecting it to be that big, and it's pretty nice in there. I was like, oh wow. Yeah, but I mean, we originally when planning it had to find enough space for him to park it, and it worked out pretty well actually. I did not see him reverse it. I think my anxiety would have went through the roof.
Yeah, it's
So-
pretty big. I saw pictures of it as well.
Oh, wait, hang on. Before I show you the... Oh, you know what the hell? Let me show you the H. John Benjamin thing real quick.
Oh,
Here we go. Let me know if you guys can hear this.
see ya, Nikki.
Let's see. Can you hear the... Here we go.
I don't play piano at all, and I'm not a huge fan of jazz. I never was, and that's why I thought it would be funny to make a jazz album.
Just one more time so you realize the context. all right. But that's the entire fucking album. He just does that. Like he has these incredible jazz musicians, and then they throw it to him, and it's that. The album is called I Should Have, but it's abbreviated. It's I Should Have Learned to Play Piano. It's fucking hysterical, dude. It's anyway, H. John Benjamin's fucking awesome. I can't wait to watch the Bob's Burgers movie, and I actually kind of want to listen to that jazz album now. Dave Tran says, the long and short of it is that I got a small team that does all the back end work for me so I could focus on making art on a regular basis. Stickers, prints, sketch covers, and soon my artwork. Art book, super small run of 100 copies. It's a lot of work, and you know how much I love to promote myself or my work. Yoji says, sounds like Zoop, but those fuckers still owe me a book. Let's see. Keith says, Keith says, I had a very short convo with Indie Fox. I have not talked to that lady in a fucking months and months and months and months and months. I'm sure she's okay. I'm sure she's crushing it. I'm sure she's enjoying herself on the internet.
On the internet.
Yeah. All right. Where was I?
Oh, Mike. You know what?
Yes, Matilda.
Remember when we had the talk about coffee machines a good while back?
Oh, I thought when we had to talk about the birds and the bees.
Oh, that too, but the coffee machines.
Yes, what about...
Mine, the one I got for my birthday, it finally works.
Oh,
It
yeah.
finally works. I can finally make coffee.
Did they send you a
Only took,
replacement
like, 3
part?
months. So, funny story. They send us an entire refurbished machine
Oh, shit.
more
Whoa.
rather than just the tank.
Jesus.
And the latest machine that we just received is pretty dented. Like, you can definitely see that someone did not take as good care of that as the one I got for my birthday. But I just took the water tank from that one and just added it to mine. So now it works. And now we got a lot of spare parts from an extra machine.
Wow.
So
That's so funny. Well, listen, as long as it works. Are you drinking lots of coffee now?
I just came back home from to my apartment yesterday with my boyfriend.
Yes.
So we only really had yesterday and today to have coffee. And I did test it out the day that we received the machine, I think 2 weeks back. 1.5 weeks back, maybe. I tested it out, and I think I made like 4 espressos or something like that to make sure that
Ooh.
it tasted good. And
Give
to
me
make
some
sure
of those
that,
espressos.
like, I can send you some pictures next time. But today I haven't had coffee, actually. And I have been trying to make some cappuccinos as well with the milk foamer in the machine.
Yes. Well,
Yes.
that's
so good.
my jam too. I love that. Matt, do you have you've got a Keurig, right? Or one of those? You got one of those pods?
We do exclusively cold brew. So we have a couple different
Ooh.
cold brew make, which is literally just long brewing it, letting
Yeah.
it sit fucking
Dude,
overnight.
cold brew will fucking knock your dick off, man. Dude, people don't sleep on cold brew, man. You might think, wait, so I just put the coffee beans and I put the coffee grounds in a fucking filter and just put it in the fridge for a day or two? That's it. It's the simplest thing in the world. All you need is time.
It's honestly the only way I really enjoy coffee anymore.
Dude, but like,
Cold brew?
what ends up happening is like, so you put the coffee, it's actually, like, I don't know if it's like, because it's such a slow process, the coffee doesn't feel, this is just my anecdotal nonsense, but it doesn't feel nearly as acidic as it does in like espresso or even just a regular cup of coffee. For me, cold brew, it like kind of diffusing through like osmosis in the cold refrigerator water over like a day or so. It's gentler on the tummy, but it's so fucking it's so deceptive that you just be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I'll have some cold brew. And like you put it with like a few ice cubes. Now, if you're a real baller, what you do is you take the cold brew and you make ice cubes out of the cold brew. So you put those ice cubes in your cold drink. So you're not getting any dilution, which is what I used to do. But like, even if I had just a cup, just 8 ounces, with the ice cubes, dude, it would make me want to fucking flip this stand-up table over. Like, I would just like, it makes me want to run laps. The amount of caffeine in the fucking cold brew versus like just a regular shot of espresso, it's sick, dude. It's fucking sick.
Well, the other thing is if you have one where like you don't have to remove the filter to actually pour the coffee, it's continuously just brewing.
Oh, really? So it continues to brew?
So they make them like the one we have, you pull the filter out and then you can pour. But they do make ones where like it has a, like a little block off thing so you can pour it even though the filter's in it. And so as long as you have the already brewed coffee submerged still in the grounds, you're going to constantly be getting more and more out of the grounds.
Yeah, Matilda.
Oh, damn. So Well, do you need to have like anything special to make it? Or
No,
can
I mean
you
you can use any coffee. They do make if you get like specially brewed like or specially made cold brewed coffee grounds, they're essentially just they're smaller. It's smaller grain, so more
Okay.
water as it sits in it, more of that coffee purity is let out. But you can do it with any coffee. We have a couple different types. We got a stainless steel one, and we also have like a mason jar style one. And
Mm,
yeah, like let's say, because I do one coffee a day, unless it's like a really like a kick in my ass day, then I'll do a couple. But you just fill it up, let it sit. Essentially, if you can make it at 6 o'clock at night, and by 6 a.m. you've got viable, good drinking coffee.
well, that sounds pretty
It is
nice.
smooth too, and it messes me up some nights because like I'll be running really really just haggard Friday night, and I got to do a podcast, and then after the live podcast, record another podcast till 2 in the morning, and I'll drink one at like 8 p.m. and not go to bed until 4. It's yeah, Mike's right. That shit, it'll especially if it's been like I've only had a couple. I haven't even touched my cold brew that I made. It's been sitting for 3 days. Shit's rocket fuel.
Yeah, no, dude, it really is. It's fucking potent, man. It's
That's why
awesome.
it's dangerous because we make 2 batches. So like we have 2 containers. The first container is basically it gets its 10 to 12 hours, and then I start drinking it, and then the other one sits for like 2 days,
Yeah.
and then by the time I get to that one, it's nice.
Nice.
I grind my own beans, and it looks like you need to have it like a rough consistency,
Yeah.
like rough salt or salt that you haven't yet ground, I suppose.
I don't remember. I thought they let me look it up because I don't grind my own, but I think they used to call it like fine ground.
Yeah, I
is
usually
what a lot of people
usually
recommend it.
because of the espresso machine try to grind it fine.
Yeah. Yeah, fine. Yes.
I'll
so
watch the
it
next
needs
VOD
to
though.
be
Oh,
finer?
hey, thanks, John Amore. Hey, John Amore, how long did it take you to do yesterday's video?
Coarse ground. Coarse ground.
Of course.
Because, again, man, I started working on YouTube content this weekend, and I realized, oh crap, this is fucking hard. Because I thought, you know what? Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll do an eye tutorial. Because, well, I know how to draw eyes. I draw them all the time, without any issue whatsoever, for the most part. So I could draw like a really rough, inky, sketchy eye like this lady has got. I could draw a more kind of comic book manga inspired eye. Well, that's, I guess, more comic book inspired, like this broad right here. And then in the past, I've done way more. Do I still have that? No, still very, very, very inky. But in the past, not in here. I've done much more photorealistic. I've done more photorealistic. I suppose this is maybe more anime manga inspired based on the size of her eyes to face. So listen, I draw the eyeballs without even giving it much thought. So I figured, what the hell, right? Maybe I could manage to teach somebody something with this eye tutorial, dude. Just laying it out, just like figuring out. Oh wait, hang on. So I gotta draw the eye and like this way. Shit, what are the major points? I'm going to be bringing up in this? How could I best convey the, I guess, plan of attack, right? Basically, what it is you're basically a professor of sorts. You're basically, what I would be doing in order to break down this eye tutorial video wouldn't be anything all that dissimilar to what a college professor would do if he or she were teaching a class on the very same thing. Except, I'd be doing it essentially for fucking free. And the other thing is I don't really have much of a passion for teaching, nor any real know-how for teaching either. So it's just like I started like sketching out the large swaths of what the video would be, and then I realized what the amount of work I'd have to put in order to achieve what I would want from that eye tutorial.
Now, are you looking to do the narration at the same time you're drawing, or are you looking to do voiceover afterward?
No, it would have no, because that would be insane, right? Because that doesn't leave you any room for fuckery and fuck-uppery, which is my specialty. And
Well, I mean, you're editing it though. You can always,
right, but then like,
you know what I mean?
so like if I'm speaking over a very integral part of the tutorial video,
Yeah.
that means I would
okay,
have to
yeah.
like, you know, so like I'd have to then like, not only would I have to like cut what I said that I flubbed, I will then, and then the opposite would be like, if I misdraw while I'm speaking as well, well then now the drawing is shit, but what I'm saying is good. So then I would have to, so it's like, it's too tricky. I'm sure there are probably all kinds of incredible artists who can actually manage to draw and talk and do it in like one take, but I'm not quite there yet. I'd have to definitely do a voiceover as I work to help kind of formulate my thoughts on how to break it down. But yeah, no, John's video took a couple of days. How many hours did you do? No, John, a solid video, man. Very informative. It's I hadn't considered one, like I have subconsciously considered the character design aspects. Obviously the silhouette is king. I knew that much. And yes, I had assumed that if you're making a character, the coloration of the character is also meant to be as powerful and as iconic as the silhouette itself. But kind of acknowledging that, is something that shouldn't be in the subconscious, but in the forefront of your mind when designing a character. That was pretty important to acknowledge. And towards the end of your video, the point that you brought up about, I guess we'll call it environmentalizing a character, if I can make up that word, and is crucial to not only the creation but the portrayal of said character. So that works in both design for yourself as well as fan art. So like, just as a person that does fan art, is something you should 100% consider, even if, to your other point, it's subtle. It's just the lighting, and it's just if it's just the borrowed shape language of that character, background, the world in which that character lives. It was a really it's thoughtful and thought-provoking of a video. That's why I was curious about how long you took to make that. Small critique, John. Small critique. I think there were at points, not throughout the whole video, there were points, and you're getting better at this, where I think it was pretty evident to me, and I may be mistaken, that it felt like you were reading off of a script. Or either you were reading off of a script, or you had maybe practiced your lines and knew exactly the way you wanted to say the thing. But aside from that, which I think, John, I think that just comes with time, because my videos feel very the same. They feel very, my cadence is very firm, it's not loose and relaxed. And I think because I'm still so new myself, I've only ever made like maybe 15-ish long form YouTube content videos. I'm much better at short form. It's so weird, man. For myself, I'm way better at this, which is like just the camera on and talking for hours on end. I'm way more comfortable with that, and I'm honestly also way more comfortable with short content. So like doing like a 15-second, 30-second long video where I'm just talking and trying to engage as well as speaking about my art. So like I'm good for like 30 seconds, solid. And I'm also good if we're having a casual conversation about art for like a couple hours. But if like a 5 to 10 minute long video that's structured, I'm the fucking RoboCop, dude. I'm fucking Mr. fucking, I'm a Cyberman. Thanks for the tip.
That is actually tough to do, honestly.
Thanks for the tip. I was definitely reading. Yeah, no, it's John, what helped me, and I don't know if this is your vibe, a lot of I would suggest I I don't know how comfortable you'd be, because and the other thing is everybody works in their own pace and their own style. So what helped me a little bit was making like bullet points as to what I wanted to speak about, and doing my best to stay on message, stay on point. But it allowed me enough wiggle room to kind of slide into my normal cadence and my normal erratic self. So rather than come off like I was reading something to you to make sure that all the information I gave was exactly how it was depicted in this writing, rather than have that, I was able to get a little loosey-goosey, make some off-the-cuff remarks, but just having like some bullet points, making sure I touched on those, and then adding a little bit of maybe improvisational stuff along the way. I don't know. I'll try bullets. Full script can be a bit erotic. Give me a like, Tox. Yeah, give him a like. Thanks for the tip. I'll definitely really try to do better. You know, the thing is, man, you're writing a script, and it's a good script. So like, and then plenty of YouTubers that do voiceover work, they read from a script, but they've just managed to, they've done it so often that they read it almost like the way a voice actor would read it, their lines, where it feels organic. It's not organic, but it feels organic, because that's, so either one, go a little off script, or I guess two, just keep hammering away until you get to a point, which I believe you would. I believe, you know, with practice, you would just get better at reading your script to make it seem like you're just talking. That's all.
Yeah.
Either way is great.
I think it definitely takes practice. I'm not there yet. If I try to practice a bit for myself with a script or anything, I still sound like I'm reading lines off of something and not necessarily trying to speak out. And I noticed that I think it's easier to do when you're talking or you're reading a script with someone else. So then it begins to feel like a conversation, and it probably is even that much more difficult to do it on your own when you have your own video with voiceover and you don't have anyone to kind of give you any sort of ping pong that makes it easier to sound like a conversation.
John's gonna get there. He's still like, this is his third YouTube video, you know? So he's learning as he goes along, you know. Same thing with everyone else, I think. But I think the most important thing he's doing is making the content. Like, so even though it's not perfect, and even though he knows he's got some learning to do, it's not stopping him from creating, which is
I'll tell you from my experience, no video, you're never gonna have a video where you don't find a thing wrong with it after you've edited and rendered it and you're watching it back in real time.
Yeah, no, listen, that's art. You know, you just described the plight of every artist I've ever met, which is finished, not perfect, is the Jake Parker school of thought, which basically means it's more important that you get it the fuck done rather than tinker with it until it's quote unquote perfect. I'm excited to do urban animal stuff. I'm gonna read comments for a video. Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
nice.
Hey, John says, John the Painter says, I gave you a like and a YouTube sub. Hey, look at that. I will say John's second video did very well. John's second video, really, for a channel that had like less than like a couple hundred subscribers, he got numbers, man. He got a few thousand views. I think he got 2,000 views or so.
Damn.
Which is, like I said, that's for a channel with like 200 people following it to get fucking 2,000 views. That's huge, which just goes to show you that even though John's, his fucking line reading wasn't perfect, he's not a goddamn voice actor, the quality of his content was there, clearly, which is at the very least very encouraging, or it should be, knowing that, it's not the most polished YouTube video of all time, but what he's saying is legit and helpful. Hey, Rummo's back. What's up, Rummo?
Hey, Rum.
It was the fucking clickbait. What was the what'd you write, John? What was the thing? Was it like you're drawing wrong? I mean, that's a common one you see.
It
Yeah.
has a good title.
What's the title?
The Unimportance of Style.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's very catchy. Yeah.
Style does not matter. Yeah, no, that actually sparked a whole conversation that when you released that video that week, I had a conversation with Bernard Chang and a bunch of others about what stylization means for an artist. And you're right, for the most part, it isn't. I mean, John, your video is a little clickbaity, but the title holds, man. Your style.
Nothing wrong with clickbaity, honestly.
No, man, your style is...
a lot of YouTube videos because of clickbaity stuff, and I tend to watch it as well. So if it works, it works.
The point I heard another artist bring up was, you have a handwriting style, right? So when you're just writing, your regular penmanship, when you're just taking notes, has a style. Now, did you worry about your penmanship style when you were a kid learning their ABCs?
Yes.
No. Like, you weren't thinking like, oh my
What?
God. Come on. No.
Did you guys not have to like train that shit as children?
No,
We
we
had to
did.
like train that
Yeah.
shit.
My
No.
penmanship was terrible.
No, I'm not talking. No, you mishear me. I'm not talking
Oh.
about. I'm not talking about being able to write A, B, C, D. I'm talking about the stylization of your writing. So right
Yeah,
now,
we
when
had
you
to
write,
train that.
wait, what?
Oh.
All we
Yeah,
had
we
to
had
do
like
is.
we had to like learn cursive and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
we
not,
learned cursive.
I'm not talking about cursive either. All right, here. You guys don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no.
talking.
You're
I'm
talking
not
about
talking.
the flow of your writing.
I'm not talking about
yeah.
cursive. I'm just talking about regular letters. When you're writing your letters, yes, they had to be perfect, and you trace them on a chart. They wanted you to make sure they're perfect. But at some point in your life, they're not perfect. And you're not even writing cursive because nobody fucking writes cursive in the real world.
Right.
Nope.
What I'm saying is right now, when you're writing a note to yourself, it's not perfect. It doesn't look like that shit. It looks like it's your style of writing. It's your penmanship. Right? That's how your penmanship looks. Now, you don't think to yourself, maybe when you're in junior high school and you're a girl and you're a retard and you're writing little heart bubbles over your eyes, maybe you give a shit about your style. But most normal people don't, as adults, don't give two fucks about how their penmanship looks. You just write down a note without even thinking about it. What I'm getting at is, unless you're like a calligrapher, I'm just talking about regular, normal people writing shit down with their pens. Got it? Your laundry list, your grocery list, if you're not writing it on your phone. The shit you have to do throughout the day. Just jotting down a regular note. If you're not trying to be some fancy bitch with a fountain pen making it look pretty for your fucking Instagram. Regular note taking, surprisingly enough, has a goddamn style. Your signature has a style. Some people worked for it, but most non-retards didn't work for it. They just did it. You write and you write and you write, and now you've got your own chicken scratch. That essentially is your style. Like, you, through years of writing, you developed a style of, words. Now, you don't think about that as art. You don't think of like, this is Tildy's handwriting, right? This is Matt's. This is, who wrote this? That's Matt's handwriting, right? That's what you say. You're
illegible.
What chicken scratch is that? That's Matt's. He can't,
He doesn't know words well.
Yeah, his F's look retarded. That's definitely one of Matt's notes.
He always thought he was getting B's in school, but they were actually F's.
Yeah, so like, guess what? You've got a style. That's kind of cool when you think about it, but from when you take that lesson learned and you move that over to art, that's basically what your style is. For some, I would say that's honestly a large portion of it. Some of it is more something that you pursue consciously, right? I really like this. I'm really inspired by this artist, so you try to mimic their art. Some people do that way too much, in my opinion, and they basically look like a shittier version of the artist who did it first, which I would recommend against. But by far and away, what I have found with art is that through repetition and practice, through learning of your skill, and through doing it, through just drawing by itself, that will take you most of the way to your style. your style, it will come. You just got to get those reps in first, much like your penmanship. Let's see. Bale says, sounds proper pretentious. I don't know what Bale's talking about. Congrats on your video getting 59 views, John DePainter. There goes Rummy. Rummy, you want to hop on voice chat? Are you doing okay? Haven't talked to Rummy forever. Painter says, everyone always wanted me to make copies of my notes in school because they would write in what looked like another language and they'd never be able to read their own writing. Well, yeah. Listen, I didn't say penmanship or writing style was good for everybody, but you do develop one. Jesus Christ, Rum got COVID a second time.
Oh no.
I got it the once, and I'm pretty sure I got the old Omicron.
Still better than monkeypox.
I heard someone say style is the sum of all your mistakes. I mean, honestly, dude, your success at art is the summation of all your mistakes. What is it that Yoda says? Yoda says, mistakes are the best teacher. He said it in Yoda speak, but you know, that's basically what he said, because it is. Thomas Edison said, I think Thomas Edison said something along the lines of, you know, I figured out 300 ways to not make the light bulb before I made it. Which is like, yeah, no.
It's a very awesome way of saying I made 300 nothings and then this one worked.
Yeah, but like that's it, man. You learn from mistakes. John Amore getting better at YouTube. He's learning from his mistakes. Ideally, yeah. So like your style being the sum of all the ways that you figured out how not to draw appropriately, that tracks. Rum got a lingering cough.
Oh, girl. I hope you get well soon. It sucks.
Did you get, Rum, did you get Paxlovid? Oh. Yoda says, failure is the greatest teacher. Or he says, the greatest teacher failure is. True, though.
Hey, Rum.
Hello.
Yeah, I'd agree as well.
Big old rummy tummy.
Hi.
How's your throat?
Who gave you COVID, dude?
My buddy Mikey's family.
Oh, no.
His mom was like getting over it, and she just kind of didn't say anything whenever we were helping her move out of her house, and I was like,
whore.
oh, cool. I know. I'm like, this. How could she? But
Now
I
look
just
at
got
that.
like a cough and fine.
Now she's got AIDS, just like that.
Mm-hmm. It's true. It's
Has
true.
anyone asked you to spit in their mouth since you got the
Not
illness?
The struggle is real.
Not yet.
wanna
The
get 2
offer's
weeks
still
on
on the
board.
table.
Oh.
Oh.
Hey, Rum, how'd you get your art style?
I just kind of drew. That was it.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, because like I'm just completely self-taught. I don't really look at like references or anything, so I just kind of like get an idea and then I'll just sit there and draw it, and then if it turns out great, like cool, and if it doesn't, whatever.
Yeah. Just like that.
Nice.
Matilda.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Wish I could tell
Yeah.
that to 14 years old Matilda, because
Oh no.
yeah. I made a decision, I think, back when I was like 13, 14, on whether I wanted to focus on getting better at writing or getting better at drawing.
Hey,
and I
Cyril.
chose writing.
Cereal.
But I wasn't very good at just accepting that I could do wrong. Does that make sense? That it was still possible for me to write or do something that wasn't pretty in a sense.
Yeah, no,
Drawing, yes, but for writing, no, because I chose that as what I wanted to get good at. And then I would get incredibly offended if a teacher or anyone told me that it wasn't as great as I thought it was.
I would
So,
love
yeah.
to be able to get good at writing. I think that would be excellent. But yeah, no, I don't want to do the hard stuff. Like I know what that would entail. You know, haven't gotten good at this. Haven't gotten good at drawing. And haven't gotten okay at other aspects of creation. You know what it is. Like you know what that journey is like. And I'm at that no thank you like point.
I've gotten my film editing to be much better than what it was when I started. Or video editing, I should say.
Yeah, no, see, that's another thing, right? My video editing is ass. So once I do make my next YouTube video, I know it's probably going to take me as long to edit it as it did to make the goddamn video itself.
So I mean, the whole thing is as long as you get your vision across as best as you can.
Yeah, I see.
Time well spent if it comes out the way you want it.
Rum, do you think Matilda's lover slaps her in the mouth while they're making love?
You know, you really asked the questions I've been thinking for a while.
Yeah.
I'm just too shy to ask.
You could just ask. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Can't promise I'll be honest though.
I'd like to think that maybe he slaps her, like, you know, just outside the mouth. I don't know how I feel about, like, inside.
Inside?
It's a love tap, really.
I think Mike meant like on the lips, maybe.
I meant like across the face, kind of.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now,
I would hope.
which one is it? Which one's the preferred, though? Is it just the slap, or it has to be accompanied by the spit, like a combo?
It's probably the choke, open your mouth, spit, slap combo.
I see.
I'm not really into being spit into the mouth kind of thing.
I don't think many people are.
I tried it.
Speak for yourself, says Ron.
And I discussed with my boyfriend that we kind of feel the same way, that it's sort of like if we watch a show maybe and there's like an insanely handsome man and we're both like, he could spit in my mouth, but like only him.
Only Harry
You know?
Potter can spit in Matilda's mouth.
So
I see.
one actor that we've agreed on is
Mads Mikkelsen.
no, it's
Oh, that guy.
Henry Cavill as the Witcher, as Geralt, but only in like his Witcher getup, for
Yeah.
example. So that's one person.
Geralt would
So-
spit in your
Fine,
mouth.
that.
You get it. He has like the attitude and stuff like that. And I think someone spitting into your mouth, it's also about the attitude. It's
Yeah.
part of it. It's not like, it's like slapping someone in the ass, but they look confused at you while they're doing it, for example. Like that wouldn't work. Like they need to feel it. And I think spitting in someone's mouth takes maybe a little bit extra.
Yeah. I feel like also like if you're spitting in someone's mouth in bed, like it can't be casual. Like you have to be like,
No.
they must be like fucking the shit out of
You
you,
need-
choking you, pulling your hair.
need
Like
to
it's
be
gotta be
having, like,
That
that.
break.
like you
That
gotta
has
be
to be like
you gotta
wild,
be like
yeah.
it's gotta feel like organic, right? It's gotta be like
There's also-
wild sex.
There's
Like, it needs
different
to be
layers of spit
disrespectful
too.
level of
Like,
sex.
Yeah, like
are
you're
we
getting.
talking just like a simple, like here's a spit, or are we going like you're gonna
No,
hock a Luke?
I'm
Like, there's
thinking,
different
like-
types.
I'm thinking like you probably not even like you're not even thinking about like I'm talking about like it's so crazy like Geralt is banging you from behind, he's fish hooking you, he's pulling your hair, he's spanking your butt, he spins you over, he spits in your mouth, you're getting slammed. You know, like I feel like it's just like it's just boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom. You're
Part
getting
of the
thrown around.
process.
You're getting thrown around like a rag doll. You don't know what's going on. You're
Yeah.
squirt-
Think
So-
about it.
But that's if it's a guy doing it, right? So if it's a woman, it's sort of like a different type of
Yeah, how would that
disrespect.
work?
Or it's more like a power play sort of thing, like open your mouth.
Oh, like
And,
I see.
you
It's
know,
it's Mistress Rummy.
Yes.
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 Absolutely.
Yeah, there you go.
But there are many different scenarios you could make, I suppose, depending on what you're into. It doesn't have necessarily to be hardcore disrespectful or something like that. It's
Sure.
just- It has to fit. Like
I
you say,
can't just
organic.
imagine like casual sex and then my partner being like, I think I'm gonna spit in your mouth.
Okay.
No.
Okay, honey.
Just saying.
No.
Like if somebody's gonna spit in my mouth, like they've got to be giving me just like the disrespectful dick. Like this is a hate fuck, and
Get ready for the
I
loogie.
yeah, and I'm over here like trying to apologize whatever I did to piss him off, and you know like then he spits in my mouth, and I'm like cool, dope, yeah, you know.
So this isn't a Saturday night we both had wine fuck. This is a why did
Yeah.
you fuck my brother?
Yeah,
This is a.
there it is.
Whoa.
Well, Yoji's got a rule where he only spits in the mouths of white women.
Such poor disrespect.
Because he feels his ancestors enjoy it. He feels them like
Oh god.
shining
They're
down.
looking
on
down
him.
upon him.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's important to love your family.
Yeah.
Oh,
Same thing goes for
Yoji
Rum
said-
when she mistreats white women or men in bed. Same
Yeah,
same
it's
feeling.
true.
She-
Yoji said Toxic is too busy
Have
slapping
you
his
seen
ass.
Rum? She's
Yeah.
pale as fuck.
Nah, dude.
I am
Rum
quite pale.
Rum once took a fucking belt to her white lover, and then one of her ancestors strode by on a horse, and he said, "Oh ho," and gave her a head nod.
Oh, let's just examine this. Let's just examine this. Drove by on a
Hey-ho.
horse.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, he was a pirate ancestor. Native
How dare
American.
you? How dare you?
Ahoy, Rum!
How dare you?
It's the video of the Native American crying from the litter, but in reverse. It's like,
I
oh,
like
he's
to
happy
think-
now.
I would like to think that my ancestor is much like that fucking dream warrior from Reservation Dogs.
Yes, yeah, that's him. That's exactly what I
Yeah.
had in mind. He's the guy that walks ho. That's the guy that walked
Yeah.
by. Your ancestor.
There he is.
Have you watched the new season?
No, I haven't.
Well, dude, once the kids got into that bad medicine last season, and it started wreaking havoc on them a little bit this season. So they had to go back to Brownie,
Oh yeah.
and Brownie's got to kind of undo that white man's bad medicine.
Oh,
that
hell
fat
yeah.
white guy they found at that bar.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, give me her hair. I'll do some shit.
Oh no.
It's really funny. It's really fucking funny.
Dude, I wish I could just like stop coughing. That'd be great.
I actually want to know, can somebody email or tweet Dr. Fauci to see if her coughing in the microphone will give me COVID?
Fauci. Fauchesis.
Oh no.
He's not the
Yeah.
Pope, but he should be. Am I right, guys?
I
Yeah,
don't
let me
think
wear
I
my
even know who it
let me
is,
wear my
honestly.
Fauci t-shirt.
Yeah, my Band-Aid tattoo from where I got the Pope.
Anybody
Oh,
worried
that
about
reminds me.
monkeypox or no?
Isn't monkeypox like a variant of smallpox?
Yeah.
There's like a slim possibility that like you got vaccinated for smallpox, it'll
I
work
did,
for monkeypox.
Because
but-
Yeah.
I was born in a third world country where you know trash jungle kids get a smallpox vaccine. So I got one.
Perfect.
So,
Trash
like,
jungle kids need love too, Michael.
yeah, need to be loved, not by smallpox though. So
No.
Yeah.
when you filthy whites get it because you didn't get the smallpox vaccine, I'm gonna be laughing all the way to the bank, to the smallpox
Man,
bank.
why you gotta hate on the vanilla face?
Smallpox
I
vaccine is
never
only
had
effective
chicken
for
pox. Does that
5
mean
years.
Anything?
It's only like Yoji. I think it's only 100% effective for 5 years. It diminishes. I think it's like the I think the same thing for the polio vaccine. It's good for like
Oh really?
4 or 5 years, and then it diminishes. The efficacy of it diminishes over years and years.
But that means we only needed 5 years to eliminate polio.
Dude, no, dude. There was a dude in Rochester, New York, that he got polio. He was unvaccinated.
What?
He was unvaccinated, probably because there's some fucking anti-vax cunt.
He was
Raised
trying
him.
to get it at that point.
He got polio, and he fucking he got paralyzed. The dude's a fucking
Oh.
paraplegic now because he fucking got polio, and if they gave him the
Fuck.
fucking FDR treatment, so now he's
Damn.
all jacked up.
He'll be a good man one day. Yeah, that's weird though. Like,
Dude, but part of
I
me's
don't
like,
know, man.
part of me's like, yo,
if you believe in God, you must believe that He really fucking hates you if you're the one dude who gets polio.
but nah,
in the
dude, I'm like,
modern era.
yo, if your parents or your mom or whoever the fuck is like, oh, all these vaccines, not my kids, not my family, getting this poison in their veins, causing autism in my children. It's like, okay, well, congrats. Now your fucking like 20, 30-year-old son has got fucking paralyzed from the waist down because of polio.
Excellent.
Great.
No.
How do you feel
I
about
saw
that
a
now?
news article about like
Stupid.
this dude that got both COVID and monkeypox.
COVID pox.
Yeah, he got the COVID pox now.
Monkey vid.
You got it at the same place? I mean, presumably, right?
He got it at Matilda's
Yeah,
house at one of her orgies.
It was
Wow.
the same gathering that he got the poxes.
Did she just honk like a
Oh.
goose?
Honk.
Is it? I was like,
She said honk.
I was like, what? I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck, Mike? No.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't dabble in that stuff.
Hey, as long as my kid ain't autistic, they can get polio.
Bruh.
Dude, I think
Wow.
depends on how autistic, because there's autism like mine, and then there's autism like Matilda's, and then there's autism like Rain Man. There's a spectrum there. You know?
There is.
And I guess
I'm
there's a
gonna vote
there's a
for the
polio
Rain
spectrum
Man
too.
one if I can choose. Like,
Let's see. Polio still exists in the third world. They almost had it wiped out when the Taliban came back into power. Polio vaccine is oral and it's sweet like sugar. You don't have enough doses. They're diluting. I'd consider a booster. We don't have enough doses. They're diluting what they have available. Oh, the smallpox vax? Smallpox.
yeah, the anti-vaccine. I won't include the most recent vaccines, but beyond that, the anti-vax things. Trying not to alienate anybody. Interesting.
Not alienate them, anti-vaxxers.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't want to say that it's idiotic or
It's
buffoonery
definitely
or
Darwinism at its finest.
child abuse. I
Yeah.
don't want to say that. I just want to say that I'm not fucking. What's your problem?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Like, I'm
is
not
wrong with
talking about the new one. Don't
Yeah.
get me.
Yeah,
I'm not
no.
advocating one way or another on that one.
Yeah, no. Listen, the new one is
Yeah.
flawed. It'd be one thing if like the new one was like, yeah, no COVID ever, you're good, and then be like,
Well,
okay.
But then they lied. Like Fauci, he's like, if you got the vaccine, you get your life back. And then here we are, and people who are boosted up, vaxxed up, are still getting the goddamn thing.
Well, yeah. No, so I went to the doctor because, COVID and all that jazz. I did an at-home test, and I was like, you know what? Sometimes these at-home tests can be a little weird, so I'm just gonna go actually get tested at an urgent care, just to confirm. So that's what I did. The doctor walks in. He's like this 80-year-old man, and he the first thing he asks is if I'm vaccinated, and I'm like, well, no, I'm not vaccinated. And he's like, well, why aren't you vaccinated? And I'm like, just personal choice. Kind of just never really got around to it. And he just started going off on me about well, maybe in 60 days you'll reconsider. And then he's like, I'm fully vaccinated, including the boosters. I've been stuck 4 times. And I'm like, yeah, and how's that doing for you? And he's like, it didn't stop me from getting it, but it lessened the possibility of death. And I'm like, yeah.
I think.
Rum, does it make you feel good to know that you probably passed it on to him, and he's probably gonna die? So there, in fact, you did kill him.
You
Oh,
killed
it's
grandma.
all right.
Yep.
I think, actually, so I think there has been a lot of misconception about people believing that getting vaccinated will stop you from getting COVID, and that's
It's
not
because American
what it
media
does.
said that when they first
Yeah.
brought him out.
But that's not what it so
No,
like you said,
it's
Rom,
not gonna
it's
stop
that it
it.
lessens. Yeah, exactly. So it's like it lessens how you could react to it. So for example, I got pretty damn sick after I think the second vaccine or the booster, one of those. I got sick after that, and I wasn't happy about it. And I also had COVID, but I can tell you that the vaccine sort of how bad that felt made me realize that I probably would have gotten even sicker with COVID if I hadn't gotten that vaccine. And it was pretty bad.
So there you go.
I mean, I got it, I flew home on Sunday, and that's kind of when I started to show symptoms, and it felt like a very mild flu, or a severe cold. And for the first 2 days, it was Sunday and Monday, I had chills, body aches, my skin hurt, everything hurt. And then on Tuesday, day 3, I was pretty much over it. I only had a headache and some congestion. So I mean, like, it was just bad for like the first 2 days for me, and then after that, I was like, yeah, whatever. I don't really know if that was like, I don't know if it's because the first time I got it, it tried to kill me.
Jesus.
So yeah.
Well, you know what, dude? Like I said, man, the Omicron variant isn't nearly as bad for your respiratory
is
stuff.
the OG.
It's not.
I guess the question is, right, like, did you already had it once, your second time around the symptoms are lessened, would it have been better or worse or fundamentally the same if you were vaccinated?
I don't know, because my mom got it, like, she's also fully vaccinated with boosters, and she also got it around the same time I did. I wasn't visiting my mom, it was just a coincidence. But, like,
How are
she
her
was
symptoms?
about the same as mine. Like, you know, just chills for the first day or two. She had a fever. I think that was the difference. I didn't have a fever. But she developed a fever. Yeah. She had a fever. She had chills, body aches, you know, general muscle soreness, flu-like symptoms. And then about the same time, about day 3 or so, she was pretty much over it. So I don't really know. I don't really know if it makes that big of a difference. Of course, it could just be the fact that I had like like baby Omicron.
Right, and also you had it before, so you might have still had the
You had
antibodies.
some resistant
Yeah.
buildup, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It only tried to shut down my kidneys once.
Ow.
Kidney failure hurts, guys. That's the first sign of total organ failure, as I've learned.
Yikes. In March I
You
had
should like not do that again.
Keith got fucked up for 3 days. I also I talked about it on the stream. I got the antiviral treatment, which was nice.
My mom had to get what is it? I guess it's like an antiviral. Because my mom's got like a bunch of health problems.
Yeah,
you know, native genes, all that jazz. We're not like super privy to being resilient against disease.
Yeah,
but,
no. People with pre-existing conditions, they generally get they're able to get the antivirals.
Yeah, mom had to get like a blood transfusion with antibodies or whatever at one point.
Oh, that's
the first time that she got it.
That's the monoclonal antibody treatment.
Yeah.
Damn, that's pretty hard. That's hardcore.
Yeah.
Very.
Let's see. Keith got it, and he's got diabetes, and it didn't kill him. But he also got vaccinated 3 times. Or you mean the boost, like the vax and the boost?
No, he lied and got it thrice.
He got he got each one. He got Pfizer, Moderna, and he got the shitty other one.
He's just collecting them.
You gotta catch them all.
Got the J&J.
He got the TJ Maxx one. I forget what that one's called.
Walmart exclusive vaccine.
Oh no. I figure like if I get back to a point where I'm able to re-enlist and go into the military again, I think I'll probably get vaxxed because it's a requirement.
Yeah, right.
Working like those types of government jobs. Like part of the reason I was out in California is because there was a job opportunity for me there working like civilian side. Like it's an entry finance job for the Army Reserve. And part of the thing that kind of disqualified me was the fact that like I wasn't vaccinated.
Oh.
Which I would have gotten vaccinated, but they already had somebody else in mind where they're like, actually, you know, like it was either between you and this other person, we don't have to wait hand and foot for them. And also they already live in California. So
Wow.
yeah.
Tell people it's limited, artisanal, everyone will want it.
Oh no.
Yeah. It's hey Yoji, is it still mostly homosexual dudes that are getting fucked with monkeypox? Metaphorically and forically?
Literally.
I've heard that you could get it from trying on clothes in shops, but I don't know if that's
Oof.
true or
What?
not. Because it's like a skin. Because it's like a skin thing. Shops.
Speaking of
Like
TJ
if you're out
Maxx,
shopping and you try
Wait,
on
no,
clothes.
like, what is it? Monkeypox?
yeah.
Yo, yeah.
Oh yeah, monkeypox like survives on pretty much any surface for a very long
Yeah.
time.
Ugh.
There's like limited products that actually kill it. Dude,
Yeah.
oh my god, I called my father while I was in California, and he got onto the subject of monkeypox, and he's like, it's a sexually transmitted disease, so if people get the monkeypox, you know where they got it from. And I'm like, that's not how that
So,
works,
yeah, it's
but
not-
okay.
No. You know.
Oh yeah, you can get it from trying on clothes in a shop that someone who has monkeypox has.
What
tried
you're
on.
saying is I should stop trying on thongs.
Yes. Well,
Yes.
maybe.
I mean,
because I was feeling like shit, and it was, I believe, either Sunday night or Monday, and I was in a call with a friend, and I was like joking about how like, oh, maybe I got monkeypox, so I was on the plane on my way home. So I looked up the symptoms, and I had every single symptom except for swollen lymph nodes, and I'm like, oh no, oh, this is supposed to be a bit.
that's
Some,
Yeah.
oh, no.
some gay
Oh,
people are waiting
no.
overnight for limited vaccines. Dude, I saw a gay guy popped up on my timeline on TikTok with a full-blown monkeypox. Like he had sores and lesions all over his face. Dude, it's
Oh,
fucking
God.
horrifying, man. Dude, you look like a fucking mutant, man. You look like
Yeah.
a sewer person. Like,
Dude, the thing that fucked me up is I was like, you know what, maybe I'm in the clear, like this is like day 1, day 2, and then I read like you don't actually develop the pox themselves until about day 4 of showing symptoms. So I don't know. I was kind of a little panicked because I was having a bit of a breakout, like acne all over my cheeks, my chin, and I'm like, is this it? Is this the pox?
Oh, I know when you get worried about
monkeypox.
something because it's similar. Yeah, monkeypox sounds incredibly painful from what I've heard.
I think it's still primarily, it's real bad in your neck of the woods, right, Matilda? Or is it, no, Spain. Spain is where it's at.
Yeah, Spain is a little bit further away from where I am.
Yeah. Thank God those dirty Spaniards are getting it. Not you beautiful Northwest types.
Oh, jeez, man.
Oh, no.
Matilda's like, those fucking Spaniards had it coming.
No, I'm not like that. I don't wish that kind of pain upon anyone unless they really deserve it.
No, Romo, that's your facial hair coming in, says Yoji.
Ah. It's about damn time.
Monkeypox will hurt you, not kill you, though. I think
I
it
wouldn't
depends.
want to be
Like,
alive.
I think if you're pregnant, I think that's a guaranteed fucking miscarriage. That's like,
Oh yeah, you can pass it on to your bebe, to the
Aw.
bab. Yeah,
and
which
you know,
sucks.
I wonder if it's worse if you know, I'm sure if you've got autoimmune stuff or if you've got you know, diabetes, all the usual suspects of
Anything that'll compromise that immunity.
yeah. Keith, are you worried about monkeypox? He's like, nah, but I gotta stop sucking all this cock. It's gonna get me in trouble.
Worried about other things.
At least people are like quick. So I had to get in touch with someone from Fort Carson because where Hubs is stationed right now.
Mm-hmm.
So he's currently like out in Europe somewhere, but like I've had very limited to like no contact with him since he's been gone, and there's just been so much happening that I'm like I kind of need to get in touch with my husband, and he's just like leaving me on red and shit.
Jesus.
So I've,
Oh,
yeah,
what a
so
rude
I
little
had
pig.
to- I know, like what the heck, man?
yeah.
How dare he ignore me of all people?
Who could
So I
ignore
finally I like sent out a message as kind of like a one last hoorah. I'm like I have no way to get in touch with him or his chain of command. And like they immediately got back to me today at 8:30 in the morning. So I'm like, oh shit, okay. God damn. Pretty impressive. I was not expecting for them to actually like get in touch with me as soon as possible. That was cool.
Sorry, it's hot as fucking here. Had
Oh, I was about to say that was
conditioners. Yeah.
sly.
Yeah, no, dude. Even with the air conditioner on, this room, it's still 88 degrees in here. Fuck, man.
Well, how much is that in Celsius?
Oh, dude, there was a.
Oh yeah, no, that's hot. Damn.
There was a bunch of. Yoji, did you see that HBO press release that happened on Friday that pissed a ton of people off?
Regarding DC.
Yeah, let's see. What was it?
Yeah.
Cause you live in a high rise and heat rises. I'm not that high up off the ground, but I see what you mean. I am in an apartment building. It's true. Also, ACs can only do so much in the current heat. Yeah, I mean, it's like 95 degrees outside. It's unpleasant.
That doesn't sound very nice.
Here we go. It's 91 degrees, but the real feel is 103. Which explains why it's so fucking miserable. I'm like, dude, I've got like the air conditioner like blowing right on me and I'm still sweating my balls off. Yo, did you got your AC on, baby? All right, where was... I'm trying to look for this article that I saw. Iraq is 120. But they deserve it, right, Yoj? Let's see.
The silence is loud.
I know. I'm trying to find the presentation that was given by Warner Discovery on Friday. That they had this hilarious kind of panel where they were talking about how they're going to be breaking up Warner and Discovery. Let's see.
Oh, right. I heard about that. I didn't care too much about it, but...
Discovery didn't tell them that they were killing Batgirl. They just did.
What?
Where are you? Where are Warner Brothers Discovery? Let me change the...
Were we ever told why they chose to kill off the movie?
Apparently, they said it's shit. That's what they said. But apparently there's people are arguing with whether or not the movie was garbage. Some people are saying the movie was garbage. Other people are saying that it wasn't. Some people are saying that it wasn't garbage, but what it was basically a tax write-off.
Oh.
God damn it. Scrolling around, looking around, trying to find fucking goddamn Warner Brothers. Restructuring. Yeah, no, they had a whole oof, there's apparently today their stock plummeted. Or Discovery Warner Brothers merger, major restructuring. Who's that? David Zaslav? Wow, dude, there's so many articles that were written up about so many articles that were written up about the HBO, like what's going to be happening on HBO, and if it's going to be absorbed or not. Here, let's see. Yoji's writing in the chat. Discovery didn't tell them they were killing Batgirl. Head of Warner Brothers found out the movie was dead during the Black Adam trailer presentation. Then news sites broke the news before any of the WB corporate and the directors or actors found out. Being a tax write-off, they can't ever show the movie. Discovery also killed the 45-day release to HBO. When you owe billions and just told the world in the past quarter your company lost almost $4 billion. Oof. Dude.
Wait, I don't actually. Okay, so as a dumb Danish person, I'm not sure I understand what it means for it to be a tax write-off.
It means that by them not showing the movie, they can basically. How do a tax write-off? A tax write-off is money that you can deduct from what you owe the government. So Matilda,
Yes.
let's say I made $10,000 last year, and I have to tell the government I made $10,000. But let's say I spent $12,000 on equipment for my business, right? So I'm at a loss, right? I'm in the red. So actually, I would actually get some money back from the government based on what I made. So as long as I just prove that all the money that I spent went back into my business and I'm at like a net negative.
Oh.
So what they would do is all the money that they spent to make Batgirl, they would just be able to say, hey, this $100 million we spent on Batgirl, the movie's bad. We're not going to be releasing it anywhere at all. So when they claim their their financials at the end of the year, they can deduct $100 million off of whatever it is that they profited off of for Batgirl.
Oh shit.
That's a tax write-off. If I fuck that up, Yoji, feel free to correct me.
I hope the actors got paid.
Of course, no, everybody got paid. Everybody got paid,
okay.
Everybody made their money. HBO will be replaced next year. It seems like I saw a screenshot of this breakdown in regards to fuck it, dude, I give up. I can't find the article. It's lost to the internet. New York Mayor Abbott sending busloads of migrants from Texas. New York City Mayor Eric Adams is blasting Texas Governor Abbott, saying he has used thousands of innocent people as political pawns. What the fuck?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
When you owe billions and just tell the world, the movie was 90% done. They say they have a 10-year-old plan to correct the movie business. New York Mayor says Abbott sending busloads of migrants from Texas is horrific. New York City Mayor Eric Adams criticizing Texas Governor Greg Abbott for sending busloads of migrants to the city, saying that Abbott just used innocent people as a political pawns to manufacture a crisis. Unlike Governor Abbott, New York City will always do our part, Adams said. After his office posted images of the mayor greeting migrants and refugees arriving at the Port Authority bus terminal in Midtown Manhattan. New York isn't alone. Abbott's office says Texas has already sent more than 6,000 migrants on buses to Washington, D.C. Both cities are now the main target in Abbott's program to send people who recently crossed the U.S. southern border to locations on the East Coast. Both Adams and D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser are asking for federal aid to help their cities cope with the new flow of migrants, many of whom are being assisted by volunteers, nonprofits, and shelters, in addition to city agencies. Abbott and Republican leaders in nearby border states are seeking to blame Democrats for the country's long-standing immigration crisis. On Friday, Abbott, who is in the midst of a re-election campaign, mocked Adams' description of New York as a sanctuary city, calling it an ideal destination for these migrants. Texas sending migrants on buses to New York and DC. Bowser is a fucking clown. She needs to go. Locals. Mexico City. It seems that residents of Mexico City are unhappy about the recent influx of Americans moving to their area.
That's awesome.
This is Thursday, July 28th, 2022. Locals. Locals fucking hate you. Leave. Mexicans say American residents are a plague.
Oof.
Well, if that isn't the pot calling the kettle black.
Right?
Huh.
Let's see. What else do we have here? Justin, U.S. to send 4.5 billion more to Ukraine for budget needs. Ooh, World War III full effect, baby.
Ooh.
Dude, that shit is so fucking corrupt. It's not World War III.
Not yet, it ain't.
Why are you, why do you want war again?
Oh, I just want a whole lot of the human race to die is all.
Yeah?
The more women and children, the better is what I say. I'm that much of a giga chad. Pro death. I'm not pro war, I'm
Fucking-
pro death. The death of innocence.
Yeah, there it is.
Bloodshed. Chaos.
Relatable.
I'll be the first to die in the fire. That is the cleansing fire.
You're right. You really should be the first and lead by example.
Yeah. I'm gonna set off a dirty bomb in in an unnamed city somewhere. Let's see. Texas sending migrants. Mexicans are also pissed Americans are crossing over to buy stuff like gas.
Oopsie daisy.
Apparently, there will be a change to HBO Max where they won't put out movies 45 days after
I see.
they've been in theaters anymore.
That was the best reason for HBO Max.
Well, that sucks. What's that about? Probably them
I
trying
don't
to
know.
recoup some.
Apparently,
Dude,
they're
they're-
trying to change a bunch of things after being called the worst streaming platform.
Wait, what?
They
HBO
are-
Max is one of the best streaming platforms. What are they talking
They are
about?
Yeah, I don't
destroying
know. I
everything
think-
DC.
Yeah.
Somebody
Big
up in
one.
management was just like, we're getting rid of anything tied to Snyder or Arrowverse.
Wait, really?
Well, the Snyderverse
That's
is
what it
fucking
seems like.
overrated.
I haven't gotten to see it yet. I don't want it to be.
They canceled the Batgirl, and then they have no choice but to release the Flash. They have to get some sort of money out.
Yeah,
of it.
they spent they're in too deep. They're like
So
150 million in.
Well, no,
Aren't
no.
they?
The reported budget was 200 million, and then
Oh,
rumors
fuck.
have come out that it has gone up to 300.
Okay, yeah, no, they're letting that loose and hoping that people forget about Ezra Miller's misdeeds.
You release it, you say we don't support the guy anymore, and then it fits in line with your rebranding and restructuring of the entire universe.
HBO Max is merging with Discovery, so expect a shitload of crap shows. I thought they were cutting the crap, Yoj.
No, they're cutting the good stuff. I don't know. I'm just guessing. At least they have Harry Potter in there, on there. But they didn't have the deleted scenes, which sucks.
The nude scenes.
Yes.
There are no nude scenes in Harry Potter.
Well, there should be. It's time.
That's not true. I saw Ron Weasley's nips.
I saw part of
That's-
Ron Weasley's shaft at Hogsmeade.
Oh, my god.
no.
He dips his cock in Harry's butterbeer, and then he looks.
Stop.
At,
You like
then he looks at the camera, winks, and then does shh.
No,
they-
this is not the
then
type
they
of
both-
fan fiction that I signed up for.
Then they both lay down in front of a fire.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Harry fucks Ron in the ass while Hermione squirts off in the corner.
Oh no.
Jesus.
Yeah, Harry says, Ron, your butt's a little dry. And then so he puts his hands below Hermione's coochie and she squirts into his hand. And that's what he uses lube.
I don't like this
Spectral
fan fiction.
Yoji's writing this all down.
Write it down, Yoji.
Discovery is the crap. Discovery hasn't been good in 20 years. Well, that's
I've never
just
watched
great.
Discovery. Is that?
I still like American Choppers.
Get to the chopper. Oh, hey, I found the article that was pissing everybody off. Here, I'm going to drop it in the general chat channel and pull it on screen. Pull it up on screen so y'all can see what was getting under Twitter's skin this weekend. HBO Max skews male and has appointment viewing, while Discovery Plus skews female and has comfort viewing. This graphic shows how the services differ ahead of their merging next summer. So it was this in the PowerPoint presentation, it was this particular screen that made people lose their fucking minds on the internet, which is endlessly enjoyable for me. But it pissed off the usual lunatics. So what HBO Max apparently, based on I'm assuming their data, they've learned that it's mostly men that watches scripted TV show on HBO Max, and Discovery Plus apparently is watched mostly by women in their unscripted TV shows. And lean back versus lean in. Lean in is when you are watching a scripted TV show, generally scripted. You're watching Game of Thrones, right? Game of Thrones, it's the Red Wedding, let's say. You were really, you're not when Robb Stark's wife, his pregnant wife, is getting gutted in the belly during their wedding, you're not hanging back on your phone just chilling, right? You're probably you were literally sat up on the edge of your seat, literally maybe even in some cases, watching every second that unfolds on the screen. That is lean in. Lean back is, I don't know, you're watching The Real Housewives and one of those fucking bimbos is screaming or she's,
shit.
or, I don't know, buying nonsense and giggling about it. And you're basically on your phone. It's on in the background and you're on your phone scrolling through Instagram and looking at pictures of Ron from Harry Potter's cock on your fanfic app. Scripted versus unscripted, lean back versus lean in, comfort viewed versus appointment viewing. Yes, but the breakdown of this made so many people upset. It was really funny. They were like, I watch HBO shows. I watch Harley Quinn on HBO. You saying I'm a man? It's like, no, stupid. That's not what this means.
I'll have you know I'm very masculine.
I'm kind of wondering how they know we're male or female, because I don't what?
I'm assuming when you sign up, when you sign in, when you make an account. Now, lots of people share accounts, so obviously the data is going to be imperfect. But generally speaking, most people, me and my woman, for example, have different accounts. We watch shows on our different accounts. So I would guess I'm the one that pays for the HBO Max. So I'm assuming that through that, they'd be able to figure out what I'm watching versus what she's watching. And we do watch different shows. She watches all of the cooking channels. So she watches Guy Fieri and that fucking dickhead Bobby Flay and the rest of those cunts make all kinds of food. She watches Real Housewives slap each other around and do all sorts of nonsense. That's not my bag at all. And so on and so forth, right? I'm watching Westworld. She could give two rat's asses about that. But then there are shows that we both watch, like Sandman, or, But I think I get where they're coming from. I'm assuming that they probably paid a lot of money to have an outside company break down their demographics to figure this out, right? Because it's in their best interest as a company to figure out who's watching what and how to, financially capitalize on that. But yes, people were upset. And I laughed and laughed. How dare you call me a man? How dare you gender my television?
I think, it's not that I don't like watching unscripted stuff. I tend to watch that on YouTube, not gonna lie.
YouTube is a cesspool and I love it.
What do you watch
I
on
love
YouTube,
YouTube.
Tildy?
Oh, do you want some examples?
Yeah, give me a couple.
There is a show which they have it in multiple countries. So I watched both the Danish one and the English one. What the hell is it called? So there's like a cast of people who have to do certain things, challenges, and then there's one or two people at like a red chair that have to grade everything and give the challenges. What the hell is that called? I also like QI.
Don't know what that is.
QI is how do I explain?
Bale says Fear Factor.
So QI, you know Stephen Fry?
Oh,
Yes.
that tall.
Yeah, so
British
it used
guy.
to be like his. Yes, it used to be like his show. So QI is a fun show that has a bunch of facts and stuff, and they talk about it, and it's funny. The other show, I cannot figure out what it's called in English. I need to find out. I also like to watch the Graham Norton show. That's very fun.
Okay, all right, very nice. Taskmaster says Scoob. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
Taskmaster. Yes, that's the one.
How does Scoob know about this show?
I think it's very well known.
Not over here, not stateside.
Thanks, Scooby.
Scoob, you watch this show too? You butthole? I bet he does. QI is a good quiz show. Somehow they nailed it well. It's been around for like decades. Wow. I never heard of any of these things. Matt, you?
I know Stephen Fry. I've watched some of his stuff, but a lot of his stuff I watched have been him talking about like history and politics and shit like that. Never watched the show.
All right.
I don't watch a lot of the reality, like even when they were big here, you know, whether it be Who Wants to Be a Millionaire or The Weakest Link or any of those. I never really watched those much either.
Oh, Regis.
Yeah. Who wants to be a millionaire? Everyone, asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Give it
QI
to
is QI is short for quite interesting. And it's a British, I just googled it to have an explanation because I'm bad at it. So it's a British comedy panel game quiz show. And they just talk about lots of facts, and I think they have some prepared each time that they talk about. I tend to watch like clips of it and not always, I don't always watch like full episodes.
Does your lover watch with you, or is it just you?
He's the one who introduced me to it actually, so I didn't know it was a thing before he told me about it. The same with Taskmaster. I think he might have also introduced me to that, both the Danish and English one. I originally didn't watch a lot of these kinds of things. I think the only thing I can say for sure that I knew about and watched the Danish version of, and as well as the British, is Bake Off, like the
Great British Bake Off. I'll watch that all
Great
day.
British Bake Off.
That show
And
fucks.
Danish version.
I don't give
Yeah,
two
it's
rat's ass
very
about the
much fun.
Danish version. I didn't even know they had a Danish
No.
version.
I mean, I think a lot of countries have their version of it. It's very fun. I love it.
Taskmaster is a very popular UK show with YouTube reactors. Weird but very funny challenge show. Okay. All right.
Yeah, they have a Danish version too, so. I think the Danes like the same kinds of stuff that
The British people do?
British people, yeah.
Oh, you know what? I watched the British TV show Love Island. That's a show I watched. That's a reality show. It's about a bunch of very attractive British people fucking on an island.
Yeah, I'm not into that.
It's pretty dope. I'd rather watch. Well, at least like they bang and shit. Like I found that more attractive and appealing
Big
than.
Brother kind of started that, didn't they?
Yeah, but Big
Or
Brother.
Big Brother UK.
But like Big Brother, those people look like fucking trolls, man. I don't want to watch them fucking. For the most part, there's a few sexy ones.
Hey
but,
man,
like,
those are real healthy British folk.
Yeah, no, I don't want to watch them
Why you
doing
gotta be
anything.
so rude?
I don't even want to watch them brushing their teeth, like their fucked teeth.
Home from London. No, get her out of here. She's gotta go.
Big Brother, I knew there was a Danish version, which is also a clue. Scoop says, shame
Thanks,
on you.
Scooby.
Shame on me for what? Love Island is the best content England has to offer currently. That and Harry Potter films. Well, not even anymore.
What about Peaky Blinders?
No, Harry Potter is still very fun to watch.
Oh, I'm talking about
I give
modern
that.
Harry Potter, like you know,
Oh, the Fantastic. Yeah, I mean,
fantastic
Full of green
queefs.
screen, but... Meh.
I don't dislike how the universe has been broadened, like more creatures and the extra schools being mentioned. I'm fine with those. I just think that they could have been better if they literally just followed Newt Scamander on his travels and dealing with animals.
Yes,
I think
but we do get to
because
watch our
that's what
favorite
people.
Ezra Miller in
Yeah.
the movies.
Ugh.
Channel
I
favorite.
I mean,
He's my
do
favorite.
anyone
Alpha
mind if
Chad.
I spoil spots?
no,
would
nobody
people be
nobody
mad
cares
at
I
about
me?
hate
those
that you call him a fucking
Okay,
alpha
if you
Chad.
don't want to get
I'm
spoiled
sorry, Giga
for
Chad.
the last,
Ugh.
if
Giga
you don't want to be
Chad.
spoiled for the last one, you can mute yourself for a moment, maybe. But
What-
like the
what's
role
last one
Ezra,
again? Zombies or something?
Dumbledore's secret.
Yeah, but there's zombies in that one, right?
No,
And they didn't like the sexuality. I haven't seen it. I own it. I
Oh.
want to watch it.
so I liked that one actually. I didn't like the second one.
The second one was ass.
Really don't.
That's-
I watched it twice, and the only reason I watched it twice was because I needed to rewatch it before watching the third one.
Oh, I
because
didn't. I
forgot
skipped it.
everything that happened. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I followed the plot. That was it. Don't really need to watch it again. The third one, I liked it. I liked the third one
The
a
third
lot
one was
more
actually
than I liked the
okay.
second one.
The second one was
Yeah.
such shit.
Was the
Uh,
third one okay? We still have yet to watch
Yes.
it.
The
We've
third,
seen
the third
other
one is
two.
okay, way better than the second one. And actually, they
I
somehow managed to
enjoyed
make.
it.
Dude, they made the character of, I don't know, Fatty Magoo, Mustache Fatty Magoo, Fats Chunko-Lot, whatever
He's
the
not
fuck his
fat
name is.
anymore. He lost a shit ton of weight.
Jacob?
Dan Fogelman, I think his name is.
Yeah,
Yes.
he lost a bunch of weight.
We hate that he lost weight. He's a fat man. And I don't
He
care
should
how.
always be fat.
Yeah,
and unhealthy.
exactly. The second you lose your fat, you lose your funny. I don't care. I don't care
Look
how
at
many
Jonah Hill.
years. I don't care how many years it shaves off his life. That fat piece of shit needs to stay fat. No,
Didn't
All
he
the
wear a
funnies in
fat
your
suit,
in your
though?
blocked arteries, pig.
no. I'm glad he lost the weight. But no, dude, they made his character fucking almost loathsome in the second film. He was
Really?
he was the heart of the movie in the first one.
Yeah, I liked him in the first one a lot.
He's excellent in the second one. I could give a shit about him or that blonde broad. But the third
We
one,
came back to it in the third.
yes, in
I
the
felt.
third one, they somehow make him adorable, likable, and kind of because the Dan Fogelman character, whose name is escaping me,
Jacob.
thank you. He's us, like he's our the same way Harry is us in the originals, where he's like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, and they have to explain everything to him like he's retarded because he's never lived in this world before. That's who Jacob's character is in this. He's like, what the fuck, and what the fuck are you guys doing now? Now he's like, oh, listen, you stupid muggle, this is what we're doing. He's the audience for all
He's
intents
also
and purposes.
trying to overcome a depression throughout the movie, which is pretty harsh. But I think so. I liked the new character they added, who sort of sidekicks with Jacob throughout the movie.
Which
like
one's
the
that?
tall, the tall dark witch. I think she's like an American professor or something.
Oh,
like
that black lady.
Yeah, she has a really a very cool way of speaking, and I think she adds something to the movie, which is nice. I mean, I miss Tina.
Oh yeah.
I miss Tina a lot, but one of the reasons, they explain it in the end why she wasn't really there, but another reason is that the actress is pregnant IRL, so
Oh, gross.
I think that also made it a little bit difficult. But what was it? I wanted to spoil something for you. Right, so the character that Ezra Miller plays, spoiler alert for anyone who's
This is gonna be sad.
cares a lot about this. So 3, 2, 1. I'm telling it now. His character is dying at the
Yes.
end, and so he can easily be written off now. They
Yeah.
don't need to show him anymore.
Unfortunately,
Anyway.
yeah, they're gonna probably kill off screen the best character in the franchise.
I don't. He wasn't. Oh
How dare
god, he
you.
was annoying.
Our
I
favorite
liked him in the
character.
first one, but
I have something to look forward to when I watch it.
right.
Him
So
dying at
The
end.
hero of
Yeah.
the hero of the Harry Potter world and of our world here, Ezra Miller.
But most people saw that
That's
coming
cool.
since he's an Obscurus, and Obscuri aren't gonna survive anyway, and the fact that he survived into pretty much adulthood is not normal. So it wasn't a surprise or anything.
Did they catch that
It's
guy
just
yet?
like,
Is he still on the run?
I think he's
Who?
still I don't think he's been brought in yet.
He's on the lam.
They're now saying he basically runs a cult, and that's how they're just kind of phrasing him.
Yeah, I did hear that.
oh yeah.
Yeah, he said he was running a cult. Was it a cult in Iceland when he was filming out there?
I don't know, dude. It's like,
Yeah, that's the last
where's
thing
Dog
I
the
read.
Bounty Hunter?
but- I don't know what's true and what isn't, but I can say for a fact that it seems that he is pretty much very, very weird, and I don't know what's going on in his head, but it doesn't seem normal.
you give Dog the Bounty Hunter $1,500, a carton of marbles, and some whiskey, he'll have him in 3 days.
Oh man, I don't know, dude. As long as tells me that Dog the Bounty Hunter might not be able to travel outside the country.
No, I think despite being a piece of garbage, I think he's legal to travel. Just because you're shit doesn't mean you're illegal to travel, Michael.
Well, only one way to find out. Somebody get Dog on the line. Dude, remember?
Hello, bro.
Dude, remember when? Dude, do you remember when fucking that white broad died in Yosemite National Park, Gabby Petito, and they tried to get Dog the Bounty Hunter in to find the boyfriend?
Dude, when he went to this scene, he was like, "Yeah, they're blocking me, but something's not right." It's basically Steven Seagal saying he's gonna find out who shot Brandon Lee.
Oh God.
But I
Meanwhile-
mean, that dude's like his wife also dies of like throat cancer, and he's married within under a year to another woman.
Jesus Christ! I did not know
it's
that.
amazing.
What?
Yeah, dude, like he married her like friend or some shit on top of it, or it was something like he met this woman, and this woman was helping him cope with the fact that his wife was dying, and they fell in love, and so she dies, and it's like I think like maybe a year, maybe under later, he was already remarried.
Hachi Machi.
Well, she was helping him, all right, I guess.
No, his wife was like the soul of his business. She ran everything.
Yeah, not Yoji. Keith says, yeah, Beth died of cancer.
Yeah.
Fuck. Well, that's fucking sad as shit.
You know, he's a grade A scumbag.
God damn. Okay. Well, that's nightmarish.
I just used to love his old show when he was in Hawaii, like, because he would just put on the fake Hawaiian accent and be like, "Oh, bro, you want a cigarette?" And it's like, dude, you're from Colorado. Like, what the fuck is your problem?
Ah, boy. Didn't that guy get caught using the N-word a bunch?
Yeah, it was voicemails because his daughter, I think, was gonna marry a black person, was with a black person, and he was just like, "We don't, we're not gonna have a blank in the family." And
Oh my
yeah, he
goodness.
basically went Hulk Hogan on his family over.
Hachi
No.
Machi.
Who would figure that two oddly built in their time white men with handlebars would
Yeah.
share the same racial thoughts?
Handlebars, mullet. Well, Hogan had the skullet, rather.
Oh god, he's got whatever melatonin in it. You know what he does now? He literally has a shop in Florida, and he sits around all day and charges people like $150 for an autograph.
Wow. So you just, I'm just gonna go to the Hogan shop.
Basically, if you're in Florida and you're on the beach, you can go visit that bald fuck and spend a lot of money on something that'll never be worth money, frankly.
On a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, useless.
Gross.
I got Hulk Hogan's autograph. Okay. Your point?
Oh, Yoji says, well, they were before social media, but now people know how much of a shit. Yeah, listen, you're right. It's not like in 1985 Hogan was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna work for Greenpeace.
You know, one day, brother, I'm gonna get taken down by something I scream in the locker room every day now. Who knew, brother? Sensitive society.
Who knew you can't say the N-word anymore?
Right. What do you mean? I mean, in all fairness, they were voicemails he had left to a family member, but it's like, why would you be at the minimum, right? If you're gonna be racist, why would you be so stupid to leave a voicemail of you being racist, being a public persona?
Yeah, I'm just gonna send a text message.
Yeah, right. Like, hey, by the way, like Mel Gibson.
Yeah, dude, another one. Yeah, guys. I think that's where what was the voicemails where he had to like he inadvertently admitted to beating his wife in those voicemails.
No, here's the thing, right? That didn't happen, and they weren't voicemail. She recorded his ass.
But
he does have one line in there that is one of the, because like frankly he basically just screams at her, and he was pissed off because A, he's a drunk and he was hammered. B, you could tell how when he talks, he's got some form of mental illness disorder like depression and anxiety. And C, he literally at one point tells her, like, because of the way she was dressed, that he hopes she gets raped by a pack of N-words.
Yeah. The classic line.
And you add that with the fact that he asked the cop who pulled him over during his DUI if he was a Jew, you start to get a full picture.
That all happened around the same time.
Yeah, he had a total mental break for like 2 years, and it was all, you know, part of it was because he literally divorced his wife of like 25 years and then knocked up this Russian whatever she was and just hated himself. Yeah, just hated himself after. Hated his life, hated himself. Knew he shouldn't have married her, that he's going to be fucked out of money. I mean, that's what happens when it's like you lose your mind and then you lose your career. But it's okay. Much like Jesus, he is resurrecting his career with Passion of the Christ 2.
Passion of the Christ Part 2.
Yeah, this time with more shotgun battles.
Yoji says, other wrestlers have come forward and detailed many stories about Hogan being a massive piece of shit throughout his career.
Cool. Here's the thing, though. I'm sure a lot of those guys that came up in the 70s and 80s in general were all pieces of shit. Like your Flairs.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Like those dudes were trash because they did anything they could to step on anyone to get higher.
Oh, yeah.
Like that whole era was just full of garbage people.
Yeah, and I'm sure, I'm sure McMahon and every other fucking huckster in that era were doing their best to make sure they created even, like you foster an environment in which a certain kind of person can thrive. That's what you're going to get, It's not like, Vince McMahon was like, no, we need to encourage camaraderie and, fairness.
Keith Flair has admitted it, but he continues to be a piece of shit. So, he's still stuck in that era. Hogan at least understands that he's just kind of like a bald loser who signs autographs for $100 a pop now. Is what it is. Have fun.
He made so much off Passion of the Christ, he doesn't ever have to work. Oh yeah, that's right.
And Apocalypto, he made fucking bank on too.
Because he funded Passion of the Christ mostly by himself, didn't he? Or at least he had all kinds of crazy, crazy points in it, right?
He produced it. He actually, I mean, for one thing, that is one of those movies where you don't want to be like, yeah, I like that movie, but it is filmed exceptionally well.
I saw it in the theater when it came out. I was curious.
Yeah, I saw it with a buddy of mine's father who was really Catholic, and he ended up started crying during it.
What a fig.
I know. I was over here like, your dad's a chode. And he's like, come on, man.
What a fucking pussy.
But also, they wrote the whole script in English and then had it translated, and then they had to all learn the translation.
Listen, dedication. Flair is known to be flawed and massively in debt. He used his name to borrow a lot of money and he hasn't paid back. Also, he screwed a lot of guys in WCW. Great.
He's also a fucking drunk is his biggest problem.
Listen, if you told me Flair put his hands on his wife, I wouldn't doubt you out of hand.
He put his hands on his wife's 5-time world champion.
Yeah.
Every time he gave her one of those good chest chops. It wasn't a slap or anything. He gave her a chop when he got tired of her.
Yeah, no, listen, there's some guys you're like, hey, is this guy up to no good? I don't know, but no, I wouldn't put it past him. You know?
I don't know, but he seems like a real piece of shit.
Yeah. Like if you told me the guy from the lead singer of Limp Bizkit choked out a couple of broads in his day, I don't know that for a fact, but
You know what's funny?
I wouldn't.
I do find it funny that you bring up like Fred Durst. Meanwhile, like the dude from oh fuck, that one band, he ended up being a pedophile, was doing way worse shit. Like Fred Durst is a douche. The Lost Prophets singer.
I don't know that band.
Dude, so they were a band. They weren't like rap metal. They were like I don't know, man, like, you know, modern puss rock. And the lead singer ended up going to jail and for child porn.
Ay, hachi
Oh.
machi.
Like Fred Durst, total douchebag. I can confidently, I think, say I don't think he's ever fucked a kid though.
Yeah, no, listen. There's douchebags and there's douchebags.
Then there's Lost Prophets singers.
There's douchebags. Hey, didn't the guy from Creed go full meth head?
No, he was a straight up alcoholic, and like
Oh.
all of his lyrics on their first album are all basically about like it's all of his daddy issues and trying and like running away from the religion shit that his dad was making him do.
Like, didn't they catch him working at like a TJ Maxx a couple years ago or something?
Oh man, I don't know. I know the guitarist and well, the rest of the band. Literally, the drummer left the band, and then they did a couple more albums. Then Creed split, and then the drummer, the bassist, and Mark Tremonti, the guitarist, got back together for Altered Bridge. And that's what Altered Bridge is. It's Creed with a different singer.
Oh boy, dude, they just cut that dickhead out. Oh, that's funny, man.
I like Alter Bridge.
Yeah, Altered Bridge is basically Creed, but instead of Stapp, I believe it's Miles Kennedy is the singer.
Yes, I like Alter Bridge because I love Miles Kennedy. So.
I don't love the high-pitched vocals. Like, I'm more of a thrash metal dude. But that guy has got a hell of a voice on.
But also like his skills with the guitar though.
Yeah,
at the
that
same
whole
time.
band is. I mean, Mark Tremonti's got his own side project too, which he sings, but I think he tours with the rest of the band, and they do like he does a double show every night. Miles Kennedy showed up in a lot of stuff. He was in Nikki Sixx's solo project, plus his own band. I can't remember the name of.
Well, no, okay, it confuses me a bit because Miles Kennedy is the one who actually started Alter Bridge. It's basically his band. So.
I thought the drummer, bassist, and guitarist of Creed were the backing.
Don't look at
I
me, dude.
mean,
I never even heard of this band before.
Which is essentially all of Creed minus Scott Stapp. I don't know. I don't know what lineup changes have happened, if any, as well.
oh yeah, well I think maybe he started mostly as just the guitarist, but no, it started in 2004. So if we're talking about bands, it's not that it's that old as a band. Like it didn't start in the 90s.
Oh, what's up,
It's a
Bill? What are you
2000s
sending me?
band. Oh boy. Well, it doesn't matter that much, I think.
Bill, did you add?
Okay, so
Bill, did you add titty shine to the fucking drawing I did? I think you did.
yeah, so
Titty Shine?
Yeah.
basically, Altered Bridge is Miles Kennedy with Creed. We're not like they're not labeled Creed, but the band is all the same guys from Creed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill added titty shine to
That makes
the
sense.
Titty Shine.
titty, tummy, and thigh shine to the.
You get some of that titty time
Thank
for
you
me,
for
man.
the titty shine, though. Like, I like the titty shine. Dig it. Oh, that's the gal from My Hero Academia.
Yeah, yeah,
Looking
Oh, yeah.
very adult.
yeah. Look at those fucking titties.
Yeah.
I gotta say, you know, when you first drew this, I honestly thought it was garbage, but with that titty shine,
The titty shine puts it
titty
over the top.
shine.
Titty shine puts it over the top.
Man, gotta love me some titty shine.
Toxic is
I didn't get-
shining up her titties right now.
oh boy,
You know what? Maybe I should start doing that. I know.
oh boy. Don't use oil either. Use Crisco.
Ugh.
No, no, like you
Some
can put
water.
like
yeah,
you can
vegetable
put, like,
shortening.
You
yeah.
can put like glinting stuff that makes them shine a bit, like
Baby oil, sparkles.
Yeah, yeah.
sparkle.
Here's what you do. You really want your titties to shine, right? You lube up with baby oil. You go break some glass, and then you spread that finely powdered glass all over your chest, and you're gonna be catching that sun all day long.
There it is.
might hurt you tremendously, but you'll get
I
some
don't
shine.
want. I don't want that. I have too many beauty marks. I don't want to risk.
Well, get ready for
getting
some more, because the glass trains are going.
Choo choo.
Choo choo.
So yeah, dude.
Mike-
So, oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to ask whether this drawing is like just you playing around, or if it's a specific character.
No, this is just me being me, just doodling.
So with
Nice.
the artifacts you have coming out of her back,
Yeah.
and I'm sorry if I assumed your creation's gender. It reminds me a little bit of Control, because that shape and even with the black color, is your character basically absorbs them.
That's I
So
never played
it's
Control, but that's cool.
It's kind of cool. Like the
Oh.
character model herself doesn't really look like the character, but like there are moments where you absorb essentially the energies and you create these black spikes that hurt. It's a badass game, but B, that's what it really reminds me of. It's cool.
Awesome.
I just googled it. I never heard about this game, but it looks pretty
Oh,
damn cool.
it's amazing. It's made by the same dudes who did Alan Wake, the original Max Payne games. Like it's awesome.
Ooh.
It's awesome.
It looks very nice.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's a bit of a pig as well as far as running on it, but no, I've beaten that game twice. It was my game of the year, I think 2019 when it came out. But it's a decent length and it's a pretty cool story. It actually ties in to Alan Wake with its DLC, which essentially became the precursor to them announcing Alan Wake 2 officially, which they did.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's all in the same universe. All of their games are in the same universe, and even the ones that they no longer have licensing for, they give you kind of like subtle nods without giving it to you. Like they don't have the licensing for the game Quantum Break, which is a game they develop, but Microsoft owns it. But there's little like nods to Quantum Break and Control as well without labeling them that. I'll be right back. I gotta get some beverage for my mouth.
You got the dry mouth, huh?
I got that cotton mouth king. Yeah, Nikki, by the way, on gummies was funny.
Oh man, I'm sorry I missed that. That I would
I
have
was
liked
getting
to
like an
see.
hour by hour breakdown. Like Joe came out and he's like, "Oh yeah, she's feeling it." And then I go in there, and she's like, "I'm starting to calm down." And then like, I went in there and she was coming down, but then I think she started accelerating the drinking.
Oh,
When I
she's
come-
listening.
when I come back, I'll tell you what it was like driving through Meth Town, Michigan City, Indiana.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
I like the idea that Nikki's like, ugh, God, I'm so high. I gotta really level this off. Here, pass me some whiskey. I gotta fucking sober up.
I think she was too busy thinking about the puzzle, maybe.
Dude, one time I was sloshed and somebody handed me a joint, and it was, man, I didn't even know what way I was standing up. I was so gone. It was really one of the most out of it I've ever been. Like the world was like spinning. I felt like I was on a gyroscope.
Oof. I've not really been high. I think I've only really smoked twice.
Is it legal where you are?
No.
Oh, huh. See, that's weird. I would have thought it was more
Wait, did they change? Hold on, let me.
acceptable over there.
Medical. Let me. Yeah, no. And they are trying to really cut down on cigarettes and stuff. It's gotten extensively expensive to buy cigarettes as well.
That's bullshit, man. Just let people do whatever the fuck they want.
Nah, that's not what they want to do. They want to remove it altogether.
I don't know, man. Listen, if you want to smoke some cigarettes in your house, who cares?
Mike, you're thinking of Earthbound in the Netherlands, where he's always talking about how he just ate an edible.
Yep. Yeah. It's cool over there. Are the Dutch cooler than the Danes? They must be.
Depends if you're a farmer or not.
All right, so you can get cannabis if you have like a medicinal thing from your doctor. And from the 1st January 2000, 22, they extended this 4 more years, I think.
Wow, that's so wild, dude.
It's like, yeah, and it's currently it's in like an experimental thing at the moment. They even call it like the experimental period of trying to do this for medicinal purposes.
They are somehow either now I can't tell if they're more antiquated or more progressive than us, where they're getting rid of weed. Because the Americas are now only just starting to, like in Illinois, it's 100% decriminalized. We went over that border in Indiana, not decriminalized.
I mean, that's pretty crazy, right? Where you're just like, oh.
Fuck yeah, it is, especially when you got goddamn billboards on the expressway that are like, hey, final stop for weed. It's weird, bro.
It's
Damn.
smoke them if you got them.
Basically, you know, like when you're going down the freeway and it's, you know, this is your last stop for gas, or don't pay this, you know, this state's taxes on cigarettes. It was the same fucking type sign, but it was basically like last dispensary for another state, because Michigan is wildfire right now. Liz gets product for nothing compared to what I pay.
Damn.
Damn. How much for, let's say you want a couple of joints, how much does that set you back?
I mean, on that scale, not much. You can literally buy a 2-pack from the dispensary for like $20. Like on the small scale, it's easy, but I'm talking
a pound
for the same, an ounce for the same amount. She can get an ounce for, or she can get 3 ounces for the price of one I can get out here in Illinois. She's in Michigan.
Yeah, how much for an ounce?
I can get an ounce of off sale $260, on sale $200, depending on what it is. She gets it for $60.
What?
She's got so many fucking dispensaries and shit in Michigan and so many grow operations that they flooded the market. So now they have to, their shit has to be so cheap people can choose one or the other. So she has a place where, yeah, she gets an ounce for $60, and it's like just one more thing for me to say fuck Illinois about.
So wait, so did Nikki pop a titty out while she was solving a puzzle because she was so high?
I did not see any titty popping. There was tan lines and booty shorts a little bit.
Oh boy. Hoo-ah. They were Bill Nash's tan lines.
I hate to tell you, but Nikki's really not the type to be titty popping either.
Yeah,
like Nikki's the type to encourage the other girl to titty pop.
Judas.
Yes, basically. But Nikki would be like, if somebody was like, hey, pop your titty, she'd be like, go fuck yourself. But then that same person
so rude.
Would be like, hey, you other woman, pop your titty out. And she'd be like, yeah, you do it. Like, she would just join in with the pack after she told them to go fuck themselves.
Oh boy.
Which is okay.
Good job.
Accurate.
Good job, Nick.
Yeah, you pop them titties.
Right? Like, I'm not going to do it, but damn it, woman, you better. She starts threatening the girl.
You better do it, KG.
No, we had a lot of fun. So I was with Joe, myself, and 2 of my friends that came with. And we're once again on the way back from the grocery store. And once again, my phone has taken me to a different route completely. And we're on our way back and it starts to fucking pour in pockets. And then we get the GPS tells us to take a turn down this one road. And dude, it literally turns into dilapidated buildings, a rail yard, literally a rail yard that has all of the lines have just cars on them. Like, it's not even an active fucking rail yard that you have to do a railroad crossing for. And then you're just like seeing people on, like, we saw this one crackhead driving in her car dancing. Bang, bang, and then she looked over and she saw 4 of us and was trying to flirt with us. But I tell you, Mike, she was probably no older than 30, but looked 55.
Ay, hachi machi.
She had that I sit in the sun and smoke meth all day tan.
Damn, dude. God
Interesting travels.
Yeah, you don't meet a lot of those
it was
around
fun
here.
though. Well, yeah, I mean, my wife and I went downtown a couple weeks ago. We were able to see all of the lovely tent cities that have developed.
Oh yeah, no, we have that here, 100%. We get the tent city and crackheads. We don't get a lot of methies around these.
No,
parts.
I guess KG is really in the land of the meth.
Arizona is where it's at, huh?
No, I didn't mind the town, Nikki. Yeah, the way KG talks is there's a shit ton of meth heads out there.
Like
I didn't mind that little
there.
town. I actually was I was comfortable with the town and actually knew how to drive around it by the time we were done, and I didn't have to rely on my fucking GPS.
Nikki, were you harassed by any methos while you were out there?
There just wasn't a whole lot to do there.
Oh.
Like, there really, you know, there was a mall, but it was like a shithole mall.
Dude,
There just wasn't a ton to do.
a lot of shithole malls. Shithole malls kind of become the default mall. Oh, actually, you know
Yeah.
what? There's a one mall, not maybe like 10, 12 miles out east from where I'm at, where it's nice. Like, it's still still classy. This mall.
I mean, here's the thing, right? Like, we all know what I look like. So I figured I'd be smooth sailing in that town.
Sure.
And they were looking at me like, you're a fucking outsider. Like, it very much did have like everywhere you went had like they were looking at you sort of feeling. It was a little weird in that regard.
Huh.
Let's see. Could have been better. Better service. Better service. You mean like people serving you or phone service?
I think she means phone service.
Nikki's like, fucking, you call this
Wait.
service? Jarvis?
When I came into voice chat, I think you guys were talking about
Yes.
food and stuff. Were you buying takeaway most of the time?
No, we most if not all the food was cooked there.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind getting some takeaway. But wait, was there anywhere, like, what are the options out there?
Yeah.
So
what
they had options, like they had every option you're gonna have. Like they had, you know, Panera, Red Lobster, Taco Bell. They had some
Okay.
pizza. They had what you would think, right? But like they had a couple pubs that were burger places and shit like that. But like we had plans for food though. Well, that's because you went to Al's supermarket, Nikki.
Al's?
Shouldn't have listened to Joe.
Jomo.
Joe told her, yeah, Al's supermarket, man, it's right down the block. You don't have to go all the way to the store, which is like 15 minutes away.
I just got 4 lines.
And then we forgot the limes. I would have gone back, but by the time I was waiting to hear back, she was like, "No, I'm gonna go get them." And then she did the unfortunate thing of going to Al's, which there were a couple of in the small town. Like I was surprised because we were driving not too far from Meth City, and we found another Al's supermarket, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I made the joke of like, Al owns the town.
Al
It's gonna be
runs this
Al's
place.
Michigan City.
Wait, so you say you had plans for food, so like you had made a decision on what to make each day?
Yeah. So the first day we got there was Thursday, and the idea was Bill was gonna make chili, but he arrived late, so Joe ended up grilling, and then Friday I ended up making breakfast, and then we did tacos for dinner, I believe. I don't remember what we did for lunch.
Yum.
And then Saturday Bill did French toast, and then
That
he
tastes
made
like
chili. He did chili as well, and we also got Joe's subs, which were amazing. That man does know how to make a good sandwich.
Oh,
that's
wait,
for
dude.
fucking sure.
Did anybody ask Bill Nash if he fucking paid for Nagasaki's tits or no? Anybody? Anybody
I
ask?
can tell you I didn't.
God damn it. I asked you guys for one thing. I don't ask you for much.
It didn't come up organically. I'm sorry.
I make one request.
You have to do it next year when you see him in person.
Matilda, can you believe this?
I mean,
She can't. She's in disbelief.
I'm in
Unbelievable.
disbelief that it didn't come up organically. But I mean, if it doesn't come up organically, it's rude to ask, you know.
You know
Yeah.
how like people have those birthday messages and shit, like they're like the awards. Where what if that like we did that with Bill, and it's like, Bill, we got a special message from a former friend. And
Hey,
it's just
Bald-
you being an asshole.
Hey, Baldy. I heard you paid for that broad's tits and then she dumped you. Is that true?
Well, you have to end it with "Love you, sweetie, bye."
Oh,
Yeah, you
boy.
guys really should just have a talk. Or you know what? Can we get you guys to arm wrestle and stream it?
I think he's driving
want-
man. I think.
I want to get
That kinda works out, right?
Michael to. No, two things. So there we need to do a triathlon of reestablishing friendship, right? You got to play chess, you got to arm wrestle, and what's another thing we could do that maybe isn't even physical? We got a mental, we've got a physical. We're gonna figure it out, and we're gonna do the friendship games, And I guarantee goddamn to you, by the end of those games, you two are going to be much closer, because I'm going to be hunting you in the woods by the end of it. You are going to have to rely upon each other.
Let's see.
The friendship games.
No,
Yep.
because
Next year, you're
inappropriate-
coming with us. We're going into the woods, and I'm hunting both of you.
Man.
Like in the past. Yeah, you get a Derringer and a yellow vest.
Ooh, old school. Paintballing. Damn, this spiky lady kind of thick. Yeah, yes she is, friend.
Dude, that's sexist.
No.
You need to make her flat as a board.
Well, she is a white woman.
Have you seen I was going to say, have you seen Modern White Women? And then I just remembered all of the modern white women I saw in Michigan State.
Oof.
None
Heifers.
of which are what I would describe as thick.
I thought you said none of which I would describe as woman.
Oh, no, I mean, who am I to say, right? I'm not a biologist.
Yeah, you're not a marine biologist because those are some fucking whales.
To identify the baboons. I mean, we went to the outlet mall, dude, and it's literally like stores like fucking Ralph Lauren Polo Outlet and Tommy Hilfiger.
Whoa.
And it's like where all the bougie white people from the area go to do their shopping.
Nice.
And I told Jen, I was like, I'm going to drop you off and I'm not going in anywhere. Like, go into the places you want. So she only wanted to hit a couple places. And I just drove around and people watched. And boy, did I have quite a show.
Friendship games.
Yeah, dude, it'll be fun. You and him, challenges, and then I hunt you.
Oh, dude, did you? Because you were worried that you and Bill were gonna get in each other's hair because Bill's a super progressive type, and you don't care.
No, I purposely don't engage because I mean I understand who I am, and I am somebody who enjoys confrontation, and
Yeah.
everybody kind of pulls to their own side, and even if, the problem is if it's something like I can understand my flaws, and one of my flaws is if I'm talking to somebody and it's political speech and they bring up something that is just incorrect, like it is just built in me to attack.
Fauci
And
was
I didn't
right.
want that shit. Like I didn't want he lined his pockets. That fuck. No, I didn't want to like ruin anybody's time. Like I had my GoPro, so like I didn't. But I went to go bring it out, and like I was like, you know what? Everybody's having fun. I don't want to invade anybody's privacy. Like the whole idea was to like have fun. Bill, to his credit, drove like 10 hours to fucking get there. So like I didn't want anybody's like vacation to be fucked up over something as fucking stupid as politics.
Right.
So
Look
like
at you,
I
man.
didn't engage in that sort of shit. I didn't want to.
Look at you,
And
man.
I don't think
Kudos,
that's
kudos to that.
Maddie
really,
Good
honestly.
Times over here. I like
you know,
that.
people, we all paid money. We all, you know,
Yeah.
invested time. Like I don't want to fucking waste time up.
Yeah, no. That's really fucking empathetic and genuine. Not, yeah.
My wife and I, we were all going, man, we got to get Mike to go with us next year. We got to get EB to get to the States to join us. Like, we did have a lot of fun, and the idea is we're going to try to do it yearly, and just hopefully to the point where the group grows and there's a bunch of us streamers together where we eventually do a stream day, you know, and shit like that, to where it becomes our own. Like this one was the first. It was much more of a, hey, let's have a vacation together. And then, you know, next year the idea like start building so we can actually do a streamer day, and I don't know. I think it'll be better than TwitchCon if you got all your friends going instead of fucking dealing with, you know, sweaty people in a convention center. You can deal with sweaty
Only
Matt
your sweaty
outside.
friends.
Exactly.
Did you
And it was
hear?
fucking hot.
Did you hear anybody getting plowed?
No, I think most people were far too drunk. A
Nikki.
and
Can
B.
you be too drunk?
Well, no, but
Not the way Tildy does it.
the rooms were also close. Like Jen and KG and I were in separate rooms, but we were close to each other on one side of the house, and then you had everybody else's room next to each other. So like, if any one of those couples were fucking, the other people in that area would have heard it. So that would be a question to Nikki. She was with the group.
I heard
issue
KG's
about
dildo was
being-
so loud. Wait, sorry, what were you gonna say, Tildy?
Oh god, I was going to say that the issue with being so drunk is that typically in that mindset you don't really care if anyone else can hear you screaming. Like, if you're drunk enough, you don't.
We're talking about
fucking care.
consensual.
Not the way Tildy
Yeah,
does
of course. I mean, yeah, of course, consensual.
it. Tildy does consensual non-consent.
They were playing VR because Liz brought her PC and VR rig, so they were playing some shit with that, some Beat Saber and stuff. A
Fun.
group of them did sit down and watch like 4 Harry Potter movies, which I was like, come on.
Come on.
Like, I love movies, and I think I was the only person that had no interest in spending time inside the house this weekend.
I'd be down to watch a Harry Porter.
I
Harry
think they
Potter
watched
movie.
like the first 3 or 4. Like, they ran through a few of them.
Oh, nice.
Wait, who was watching? Nikki, were you watching?
I think the group was a variable, so like you had people were watching, then they would dip out to do something else, and it would just keep going in the background, and new people would join in.
I love that.
My
You can do
ADD
that.
wouldn't let me, so I was just kind of like bouncing over, and then I'd sit outside and hang out, and then bounce back in, and then go to the store because we fucked up the first trip, so we had to go back for a second, that sort of thing.
Oh, Nikki's saying outside was rough with the heat.
It was hot, but you got used to it. The problem is A, they were all drinking. B, the house itself had pretty good air conditioning in the common rooms. And then they would come outside while drinking from the cold house, and it's an immediately like, fuck this. But if
Yeah.
you spent more than like 10 minutes out there, I mean, it was still hot, but it was, Joe and I spent the Friday night out there almost entirely hanging
I
out.
would do nighttime hangs.
Well, I had a fan go, like I ended up going on the second trip. I bought a box fan, so we had that in the garage going, so we were just kind of chilling there. The house was really comfortable. It was nice and air conditioned. I was a little frustrated when I would like look over though, and like Julian is there and he's on his fucking phone sitting in front of the TV, and it's like, then like the last day he reveals the fact that he has a DSLR, and I was like, why haven't you been outside taking photos of fucking nature this whole time? Like, you literally have green all around you. We're in a pretty private fucking area. Like, I was sitting in the garage hanging out, and I saw deers run by. I saw an owl fly by. Like, I enjoyed it.
I don't know. Maybe listen. People enjoy their vacation differently.
Well, Julian doesn't understand. He's still young. He's only 28. He's worked retail mainly. So he's really only now working his first job. So, I mean, he hasn't been beaten down by life enough to understand how good it is to not look at a cell phone. He's still in that age of in my face all the time.
Did you just say 28 and hasn't been beaten down by life? Like, how?
Yeah, I mean,
How
think...
haven't you been hit by that by the age of like 22?
Well, I mean, in some regards you have, but I'm talking like there's a difference between beaten down in retail and beaten down in corporate environment.
Oh yeah, I mean, I haven't worked in retail. Like, fuck that shit.
Yeah, so he was physically, I think, just pummeled from retail for a long time, and now that he's in corporate, he's he's still young though. So I think he was just kind of like, he was enjoying his cell phone, which did annoy me a lot of the trip. I was like, dude, get off your fucking phone, come on.
No, man. I'm on my
read
phone
a
all
lot
the
of
time.
light novels on my phone. Yeah, I read a lot of light novels, so it's like I'm
Yeah, but you're
books on
reading.
my phone.
You're reading light novels. He's reading stupid shit about comic movies. Like,
Oh.
Oh.
you do that every day, every minute of every other fucking day. You sit around, like, in the house, like, you're out here, like, you have fun, enjoy it. But because it was hot, a lot of people just had no interest in being out there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
but
that
yeah,
probably would have
like,
been me too,
there's-
dude.
Yeah.
Unless
But, like,
something
yeah, like
unless something
Nikki said-
cool is happening, like games or something like that, like something that requires my full
Well, okay,
attention.
so I went inside the one point, and I sit down and we start playing Cards Against Humanity,
Yeah.
and then everybody just left the game. Like, I was in there
Wait.
for 10 minutes, and they just fucking, like, peace out.
This
Wait,
stinks.
how do
I was
you?
like, all right.
Wait, really?
Yeah, dude,
That's-
like, I sat down, we started playing, and then, like, they all got up to do something, and then just never came back to finish the game.
Oh, I would have been offended, like personally offended, if I had started something like that.
Oh, I
and-
was.
and
I
that
have a
happened.
list.
I think I would have cried. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm very sensitive. I would probably have cried.
It
if
was a
people
little
had done
rude.
that.
I come in, I'm trying to play games with them, and they just all fucking
Yeah.
leave.
Also,
Once again,
because
though,
Cards
alcohol.
Against Humanity is so fun, though.
It was
It's a
a
good
lot.
way
It
to
was
get to know
Disney
people.
Cards Against Humanity too.
Ah,
Extra spicy.
Let's see,
nice. I have Cards Against Muggles, so it's like Harry Potter Cards Against Humanity.
We played
for
games, so that
extra
was fun.
spice.
Yeah, if one person leaves and it's their turn, people leave. Oh fuck. Yeah.
Oh, is that what happened?
Who left? Who was the first person that got up and
No,
left? Who did?
this really wasn't one person. I think Nikki was the first to get up to go do something for Joe,
Ooh.
and then like systematically 3 other people were just
So
like,
it's
"Eh,
Nikki's
fuck it."
fault.
I think Chanel left to go like
Boo.
watch Harry Potter or whatever they were watching. Like,
Nikki,
people
is it-
just got up and were just like, "Peace out."
Nikki, is it true that Chanel got butthurt because people
Oh,
don't want
with
to
the
go to the
subs,
beach?
yeah. Yes.
But it's difficult with such
Can't
a big
confirm.
group.
Well, no,
with such a
Nikki
large-
wanted to go.
How many people were you all
I was
in
helping
all?
with subs.
12
Subway
in
sandwiches?
the end.
Yeah.
She was helping
So-
Joe concoct his delicious man-meat submarine
Were they good?
sandwiches. Oh, dude, they were fucking great.
Oh,
He had this
worth it.
vinaigrette that he makes himself that he brought with from home. And yeah, no, dude, like he made them to order.
What's Joe again?
Fabian-
Italian? What's that guy?
Italian and Irish.
Ah, Itai.
Yeah.
Does he put on an Italian accent when he does it? Mamma mia, my subs.
Molto bene. No, he is not the Peter Griffin of Italians. No, I did give him the nickname of Vic Mackey because he goddamn looks just like Michael Chiklis, bro. He's
It's the
he's
thing from the
tall.
Fantastic Four 2004 movies.
He's tall Michael Chiklis.
What am I watching?
Nikki-
The Shield or whatever the fuck that
If Nikki,
was? NYPD
if Nikki
Blue,
ever wants
whatever
to
the fuck
fuck
that
with
guy's
him, she just needs. Well, he was the commissioner first in the commish, and then he was delivering Vic Mackey justice in the Shield.
like. Shield. Jesus, man.
Nikki if she ever wants to fuck with him, she should just be like, "Yo, Vic Mackey, chill your shit."
Ooh, I didn't know Nikki had a type, and that type was Chickless. Or,
Yeah, he's tall, Michael Chiklis. He'll understand. He literally, I was calling him Vic. I kept referencing it. Like, I was like, yeah, you. I was like, you give those sausages Mackey justice. And at one point, he turned around. He's like, "Is that my fucking nickname now?" I was like, "I think it might be, dude. I'm sorry." He does. He looks like tall Michael Chiklis. It's great.
Jesus, man. Somebody get him in a Thing costume.
He even had the goddamn black shirt, the short sleeve shirt too, like that Mackey would always wear. It was fucking hilarious.
Oh my God, he's home. I'm gonna tell him.
Everybody was nice though. Everybody, you know, we were all copacetic. We were all nice. You know, people. Part of it was the heat too. So like, you know, everybody's if they're out there, they're hot. They're also drinking. They're moving around. So, but everybody was. We were all respectful. It went smoothly. There wasn't a single issue really.
Nikki, why'd your friend Chanel act like a baby for all those hours? Like a big baby.
In all fairness to Chanel, Friday would have been the best day to go. But people were also kind of like, we drank Friday or Thursday. People woke up kind of when they wanted to wake up. So it was like very much a free flow and like, hey man, well, we'll figure it out. And I think she was just frustrated that they didn't go to the beach when they had talked about going.
Cause
Yeah, I'm the type of person, if I have something planned and it doesn't go that way,
yeah,
Well, see, that was the
like the world around me kind of crashes. Like I don't know why, but it just sort of falls apart.
Well,
Jesus.
that was kind of this trip, though. Like, literally, we had a bunch of plans. On the first day, things were already fluid.
Yeah.
Where it was like, well, we can't really do this. We're going to do this. And,
think-
you know, Thursday, people got there. We were all supposed to be there at 3, and you had people that show up at, like, 5. Some people showed up at 6. So, like, that threw off
Yeah,
things.
that's tough. Yeah.
I think more than like 4 or 5, more than like a 4 or 5 person group, you're fucked. Like it's gonna be sheer chaos trying to wrangle everybody. At least in my
Yeah,
experience.
especially when you're that many people, I think it's better to not make like too many specific plans, at least, because
I think the bigger foe in keeping plans was alcohol.
Ha!
At least with Nikki,
I
right?
mean-
Nikki, you old booze bag.
She actually, like, she was drunk, but Nikki doesn't, like... I've seen her really drunk, and her really drunk is always pretty constant. Like, there's never, like, an outburst variable that I've noticed.
Oh man, I would love to see a Nikki outburst. Just fucking fist fighting somebody, tits out.
I think the only person she would have been comfortable fist fighting, though, would have been Joe. She'd have been like, yo, I know you well enough that I'm going to fight you right now. She was dancing a lot.
Really?
So was Liz. At one point, Liz was literally dancing around the table as we were playing cards. There was a kitchen dining table, and then we took like a folding table and elongated it so everybody could hang out together. Oh, basically like the Last Supper table.
That's
And
cool.
yeah, there was dancing. Some of the music that was on the playlist was odd.
Was it Hispanic? Was it Latin?
Odd?
Latin?
No, it was more like EDM polka.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I didn't understand it either.
Oh man, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know. Nikki says, I just love to dance.
They went to the beach and we went to the outlets, and then we were like, we were trying to get to the beach to go like meet up with them and the fucking traffic and everything because the boat races were so bad. We ended up just going back to the house.
The boat races. Did you guys want to watch the boat races at all?
I think they did. Or whatever they could see from the beach.
Everyone has different interests. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, some people like to listen to robots fucking.
Yeah, I could see, like,
Okay.
I probably would have gone down to the lake. You know what, dude? Oftentimes, man, on trips like that, I kind of just piss off, man. I kind of just disappear. I don't. I'm a rude little dickhead, man. I'll disappear. I won't tell anyone where I'm going. I'll just get in the car and kind of drive off, and then just show up
Everybody,
whenever.
well, that was nice because everybody was free to do that. Like it was, you know,
Yeah.
like we didn't really have any like, okay, guys, Friday night we're gonna be doing Parcheesi. It was very
Yeah.
much kind of like everyone changed the metal, so that was vetoed. Yeah, everyone changes metal music, and it wasn't even hard metal either. You bunch of pussies. They changed the metal so they could hear a bunch of fucking electronic squeaks.
Wait.
Which is fine. I don't really care. I was all more of a blur in the background when we were playing games, anyways. I didn't really put too many tracks on the playlist either.
Yeah, no, man. It sounds like everybody had a good time though.
I was there. I kept popping in and out. But like I said, like I didn't want to hang out inside of a fucking house all weekend, despite the heat.
Yeah, no, dude. I would have been like,
Yeah.
my move.
How many days were you
It was
together?
only Thursday, Friday, Saturday, then we had to check out Sunday by 10 a.m. and that was sad. That sucked. I was like, fuck, man. We spent like 4 months planning this fucking thing, and it went by so fast.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You know, my move in scenarios like that, when everybody's kind of doing their own thing, I usually grab my favorite sober person, and then try to get into shenanigans with that individual. It's more my jam.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is like by mid-afternoon, people had started drinking. So like, the concept of going anywhere besides Friday when they went to the beach really wasn't a thing.
Why not,
Like
dude?
I drank, what is it, Friday night? And I didn't really drink much other than that. So like, even if we wanted to go, like there was places we can go. There was the lake. There was a mini golf place. Like, there was a couple things we could have done, but it was much more of a, besides, you know, like the one outing the group they had when they went to the lake was like more or less stay to the house, stay local. I took a few trips out because we were, you know, we had to go. Yeah, but just because you say nobody wanted to do that doesn't mean there was nothing there to do. I'm saying there was things there to do, and like you said, people chose not to do them. Like the town wasn't hopping. I mean, the only thing you really had as far as that a group could maybe do together is a movie, the lake, mini golf. But once again, with the heat, it literally was like 85 with so much fucking humidity, bro.
Oof, fuck, man.
And so like the
Yeah, I
minimal
would
thing is
stay
like
inside
we also
100%.
wanted to go out to like dinner and stuff, and then that turned into like, well, let's order, and then we had so much food that we had bought for groceries. I was like, I would just fucking make stuff.
Oh yeah, see.
We wanted to watch a horror movie, and that didn't happen. But that's also kind of a casualty of, I think, everybody drinking every night too, because people were bouncing. You know, it was like literally like, come outside to smoke, go back in to drink, play some cards, do some dancing, do some VR. It was kind of an ADD weekend.
Yeah. Well, my brother doesn't watch horror movies unless he's getting drunk with his friends. So I mean, why would that stop you? I think that just makes the experience more.
Well, we had people in the group
Interesting.
that weren't horror movie fans. Like Liz isn't really a big fan of it. Chanel's not a huge fan of them. So like,
Makes sense.
you know, like I don't know. For me, I don't know. I didn't want to like. I get it was hot, but I just didn't want to hang out.
Was it just one TV?
Yeah, one big one, and then we had one in our room that we didn't really hang out in the rooms much though. Those are mainly for crashing.
I see, man. I see.
Yeah, there was one. I mean, generally speaking, nobody was really watching anything either. Like they would just put shit on and have it be on in the background while they sat on the couch. Couches were comfortable.
Man, interesting dynamic. I've never been involved in. It's almost like it sounds like you're almost at a permanent house party. is what it sounds like.
Yeah, I would have liked to do more stuff together outside. Like a fire, if it wouldn't have been hot, would have been cool. I think chilling out, if it would have been cooler in general, chilling outside would have been better. But like, we didn't do a ton as a group. It basically bounced in between watching shit on the TV, drunkenly dancing,
Ha!
playing one of the card games before people just walked away, in VR, and cooking. Other than that, not a whole lot. I mean, like I said, they went to the beach. Jen, Fabian, and I, we went and we drove around the Michigan City just to see what was there and how desolate it really was.
Interesting. All right, good to know. Good to know. That's how it goes down. Cause yeah, no, man, fuck it, dude. I'm an arrogant, selfish dickhead, as you guys are well aware, even in group settings. So I wouldn't have like been like, hey, I'm putting a horror movie now go fuck yourself. But I definitely would have been like, yo, I would have picked up my keys. I would have been said like, yo, Matt, I'm going for a drive. I'm gonna find something to do. You in or out?
I would have joined you.
And then I would have, and I'm, by the way, I'm sober. So like, I'm be like, dude, put your drink, get in it to go cup. Fucking dude, just fucking hang out.
Well, that's what I was annoyed with,
you know?
is I didn't have the taste for it.
Dude, let's buy some fucking let's drive somewhere. Let's fucking buy some fireworks. Let's just fucking go. Let's just do.
You and I honestly probably would have dipped out to go watch a movie at this small movie theater.
Dude, perfect. Let's go to the movie theater. Let's get high.
So I looked at the timings. It's literally this little theater which is just surrounded by greenage in the middle of like nothing, kinda.
Yeah.
And I looked at the timings, and if there would have been an 11 p.m. showing for shits and giggles of anything, I would have gone.
Oh, sick. Yeah, no, that's
like,
more.
I was trying to get people to go, but like by that, people were like, A, not sober, and B, nobody wanted to go see a fucking movie. They just wanted to sit inside and watch Harry Potter.
Yeah.
But I really want to go see a movie, and I like, for the first time in a few years, I was like, man, let's go to the fucking movies. Why not, right? Like, we're not doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody want to go see a movie.
Harry Potter trumps pretty much anything, though.
How dare
Disagree.
Listen, I watch Harry Potter once a year around Christmas time, winter time is about when I, when it's
yeah.
I enjoy the movies.
At least you watch
I
it,
did.
you know?
I didn't read the books when in the age I probably should have. So like, going back, even if I read them now, they wouldn't capture the same magic, presumably, that they would have.
I mean, I don't know. My parents read them as adults to me when I was a
John
child.
Amore.
So like,
well, your parents were good.
I got yelled at for never seeing the movie.
They would continue reading it when I wasn't listening in, apparently, and they would be the one to read for me because they wanted to know what happened next.
Yeah,
So-
but I mean, your
That's
parents
true.
are probably better people than I am. I think.
I don't think that has anything to do with being better people. No, wait.
I think about
think
it.
that
I
just-
wouldn't have any.
Yeah, I don't think that has anything to do with being a good person. I just think that they enjoyed it genuinely. And I know my mom genuinely enjoys all those sorts of fantasy books, especially the ones made for like.
Well, you
I
got your mom
suppose
to listen to
sometimes
like.
younger audience.
Didn't you get your mom to listen to like K-pop and stuff?
Oh yeah, she loves it.
So yeah.
She also watches K-dramas now.
Oof.
And my dad
Although I
watches
can
anime
understand
now.
that.
So
I watch a lot
mean,
of Korean horror.
Oh,
That count?
they are scary.
Yeah, I wouldn't-
do
yeah.
really dig
I haven't watched much, but
The
Toss-
stuff coming
I
out of
can't
South
watch.
Korea is pretty decent.
Toss me some Train to Busan.
Have you seen Incantation?
No.
I can't watch any horror alone. So for me, it's
Baby.
You're not a horror
Little-
movie fan?
Little baby.
I love it, but not alone. And my
Mm.
boyfriend is terrified of it. So
What's
and
the
I've watched
scariest
it
movie
once.
to you? Like, what's your one movie that it's like I've seen once and I don't ever want to see it again?
I mean, I don't think I've had any horror movies that I've rewatched. Oh no,
What?
that's not true. No.
No, not just not rewatch, but you'll never watch again. Like, if somebody said, "Hey, you want to watch this movie?" you would be like, "We're not. Don't even talk to me about it right now. We're done."
I don't think I have any like that.
Yeah, Hook. Yeah,
Specifically?
Hook is an interesting movie. Oh, you tried the Incarnation movie, Nikki? Yeah. So here's my thing, right? I don't really know what I believe in, if anything, but I will tell you movies that do spells or they do enchantments and shit that even sound like they could be real. I will mute that movie during that scene. Because, like, straight up, I don't know if some goddamn intern was told to go find research and get us, like, spells and shit that sound real, and they found some goddamn real-life source and just wrote it down word for word for the dialogue. I don't want to be getting cursed from a goddamn movie.
Dude,
I will mute the movie during that.
I've watched a few YouTubes like that, where it's like if you people have been like known to view this image and have horrible things happen to you, and then they show the image. You're like, what the
images,
fuck?
Images, that's whatever. I think that's, for me, I'm like, I can do the images. But when it's like, here, listen to me while I read. There's literally moments in that Incarnation movie where she's like, I will recite it now.
That's so funny.
And then starts fucking reciting whatever the spell thing is, the enchantment. Nope. I'm gonna mute this bitch.
That's so funny, man.
Just in case. Just in case demons and everything are real. And I got one just up in my fucking attic, and he's like, yo, I'd love to kill and maim these people, but I need an enchantment spell. Then this fucking Netflix movie fucking opens up the portal.
That's so funny. Of all the things, Matt, you know, man, fascinating, dude.
Crazy, I think, is the more appropriate.
It's fascinating. I tried, Maddie. I was like, what is happening? The movie froze. The movie froze.
Yeah, they watched Hook, dude. I don't know how I feel about Hook in my older age.
The Captain Hook movie?
With Robin Williams and Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman, yeah.
The Peter Pan movie, where the hairy Robin Williams is Peter.
Yeah. There you are, Peter.
I still don't know how I feel about that movie.
It's
a weird movie.
It's I remember enjoying it as a youngin.
Yeah, so do I. And then I saw clips of it like recently, and I was like, he's kind of fucking weird.
Hey, Snow Rip. We didn't finish it though. Yeah, you started jerking off. Too busy.
The mutual masturbation grew too fast.
Nikki, did you look at KG's tits? Like, not nude tits, but like, were they so big you're like, Jesus, look at those bags? Nikki, did you catch anybody with a semi during the event, during the vacation?
Oh my.
I drank a coffee with too much sugar and I got sick.
Oh.
Nikki's like, you see the honkers on this broad?
So cool. She has a nice butt too. I also like her horns. For some reason,
look at those
girls just look like if they have horns, it's like the hotness level just goes up for some reason.
Nikki's putting her horns on right now. John. Tee-hee, says John. Tee-hee indeed. That was really nice of that person to host me earlier. I thought that was really sweet of them, considering I'm a lunatic. Johnny says, Klaatu Barada, Nikki too. Is he speaking Filipino? So you're saying you like horny girls, says Snow Rip.
Yes.
Snow Ripper. Hey John, you ever get into an argument on Twitter? Has anybody here in the chat ever gotten into an argument on Twitter?
No,
I think I was close. I've accidentally done it on YouTube once, and it was a mistake. And I think both on Twitter and YouTube, it has something to do with Harry Potter, and I need to not read comments.
Wow. Somebody said something about Harry Potter that got you irritated enough to be like, I'm fucking writing a message right now.
No, but sometimes people are just wrong, and it's
that's so funny.
So difficult, and I need to not do it, so I try to avoid reading too much into comments in general.
Dude, I've gotten so close to calling somebody a retard on just about every social media platform.
Oh, Dad, don't get you blamed.
Yeah,
Did you read Kevin Smith's opinion about the cancellation of Batgirl?
Dude, I was going to talk about that. He said, like, how dare they, or like, it's a bad look to cancel a Latinx.
Yeah, Latino Batgirl movie. I don't give a shit if the movie was absolute fucking dog shit. Wow. Okay, so wait.
Yeah,
you're telling me that a studio doesn't have the right to cancel a movie that they know is going to lose them money, that if they cancel it, they'll gain more via the studio's insurance because of the losses,
Right.
simply because there's a Latino Batgirl. So
It's
is that
simply
to say that if it
Latinx.
was a white Latino girl or a white Batgirl, that it would be okay to cancel it and not dog shit?
Don't look at me, dude. Hang
Probably
on, where's that
wouldn't
quote?
be those types of comments though if it was a white girl.
Did someone
Well, no, if it was a white girl, it'd probably go, yeah, that movie looked, he probably would have been like, trust me, guys, I've seen things. It's better they canceled it. Because it's
Yep.
probably a horrible fucking mess, despite the fact that I am a little sad not to see Brendan Fraser at the villain.
Yeah,
That'd have
no,
been
I
kinda
like that
cool.
guy. He's chubby and I like him.
And, you know, seeing Michael Keaton in the that costume would
That would have been
neat,
nice too.
But, like,
But no, see, like that's the thing. You're like, oh, that would have been nice to see, but then you realize how bad the movie is. Like, I'd rather not see him reprise his role as Batman if it's gonna be
Yeah.
shit. You know, like
yeah,
just
why ruin the image I have?
right. There we go. Kevin Smith says it's an incredibly bad look to cancel the Latina Batgirl movie. A bad look.
It's an incredibly bad look for you to tell a studio to do anything. I mean, have you seen Tusk, motherfucker?
Look at this. How does this make any fucking sense? This fucking dickhead. I don't give a shit if the movie was absolute fucking dog shit. Pause.
Guarantee you it wasn't.
I guarantee you it wasn't. They're saying it is. Apparently people have watched the movie and said it is. For whatever reason, they think the movie is so bad, they don't think they could make money from it. That's how bad this is appearing to people whose business it is to make money off their product. Imagine a product. Imagine you're a company that makes anything. You make fucking burgers. And the amount of research and effort you put into making these burgers, they taste so bad, it's going to be fucking worse for your company to release them than it would be to just throw them in the garbage. That's what they've discovered.
The image.
But because these are Latino burgers, people must eat them. I don't care how much it costs your company.
Here's the thing, right? DC is always playing catch up to Marvel and trying to learn. I think right here is them trying to get a step ahead and learn from the mistake Marvel made with Morbius, and just rather than releasing it and trying to get anything, they're killing it so it doesn't ruin the overall more.
Yeah, no, it's the smart move. Don't like people. We are fastly approaching. We are fastly approaching an area now in our culture where people, not you and me and other commentator types, the average normie. It's always about the normie. How does the normie feel about superhero films? And it seems to me like finally, after a decade plus, right now we're coming up on 14 years of superhero movies being in the top box office, the top of the box office.
Yet no Oscars.
They're getting the Joker, I think, got an Oscar, but that's not a superhero movie.
Is that a super? I was gonna say it's
Yeah.
not a superhero movie.
I think the normies are starting to get burned out, and I think the more
of the
you
fantastical.
the more you flood the market with garbage, the faster that burnout. We all know that the superhero genre the bubble is going to burst, right? It's all over TV. It's on, it's all over Netflix. I mean, I'm watching Doom Patrol on HBO Max. I'm watching Umbrella Academy on Netflix. I'm watching, whatever the fuck on Hulu. It's all like, this is still
The Boys on
yeah,
Prime.
the boys on Amazon Prime. You're watching, I think also on Amazon Prime, you're watching Invincible. Superheroes are still every fucking where. Now, they're not making as much money as before, but Doctor Strange, people are like, Doctor Strange didn't make $1 billion. It actually made $950 million. So they're still making lots and lots and lots of money. Not as much money.
That much.
Yeah, not as much money as they have been, but they still are. And the bubble will burst the more you, like I said, the more you saturate the market with garbage. And I think it's a smart move for Warner Brothers to say, oh, this is shit. We're not going to release this. This is garbage.
Here's the thing, and I'm going to just make this argument, play devil's advocate
Sure.
on what is popular and what continues to make money. I'm going to throw out there that audiences don't know what the fuck they want, because Fast and the Furious still does $1 billion.
Dude, I've seen those movies. Dude, I watched Hobbs and Shaw in the theater. I was so into it.
Yes, people still flock to them. So like, those aren't good movies, and I'm not saying
No.
you can't like them or you have piss poor taste if you do. I like them. They're dumb.
Yeah,
they're fun,
really
but
stupid.
they're not good movies.
No.
So the fact that you have a elongated franchise of not good movies still coming in globally with $1 billion shows you that audiences don't. They maybe audiences are as dumb as we think they are, and they just need flashing colors and dialogue that's half witty.
Right, but that's what I mean, right? So like, it has to be entertaining and fun. And
Yes.
and if the movie,
and that's why
Yeah.
they don't. That's why I think Marvel, to their credit, as dark as they go, they try to keep the depression out of it, because they know that like there's a certain thing that to do with medical biology in the brain and shit there. Like, people that were in the movie theater for Endgame, I guarantee you, if you scan their brainwaves as Tony Stark died, there would be the whole audience would have mass function.
sure.
Like, they connected. And the problem is maybe those same connectors, as you said, are now getting over flooded, where it's like there's too much for me to invest in.
Oh
I'm
shit.
only one person.
Guys, I gotta run. Fuck, I didn't realize it was 8 minutes to 4. Oops.
Your wife getting out of work?
Yep, I gotta go split. Gotta go pick her
Oh,
up.
that'd
It's alright.
be done.
She works fucking within spitting range, so I'll make it in time. But I'll see you guys mañana. Thank you for hanging out, everybody. Thank you for
Yes,
subscribing and
likewise.
following, and
Nice
Have a
that
good-
you're so early today.
have a good rest of your day. Thanks, Tildy. Thanks for joining me, Matt. Good night, everybody.
No
good
problem. Have a
good
good night.
afternoon.